Jamal, baby.
Greatest thing I ever heard when I first hit my first high school home run.
No, the other part is on Ghost. You're dead, Willie.
You're dead, Willie.
Dead Willie.
Oh, get that off of there.
The 4-0 McGinnis Irish on that picture?
No, yeah, I forgot about that. That is.
Irish on there.
Wait, what?
Nothing. I was talking about something.
Oh, no, that is the Adair Warriors.
Oh.
Oh.
Never heard of them.
I always get Adair and Afton confused.
Well, Afton's up
They're in
there
the same-
by the,
so's
the
Adair.
Grand Lake, the rich folks.
So is Adair.
Oh, I have no idea where Adair's at.
I was with a buddy over on Grand Lake once, and I said, "This is where all the rich people live, huh?" And he goes, "No, the rich people live up on those houses up there.
Yeah.
Common folks live down here."
I've been in an Airbnb up in one of those houses up there. It's
pretty
nice.
Those are nice.
Phil T. Fred's on the show, by the way, if you didn't know already.
Where's T-Fred?
Oh, he's in the comment section.
Oh,
Chatsville.
is he telling me how good a job I did in my preseason picks?
I mean, you've got their number of picks right so far this year.
Absolutely.
T. Fred, for folks who are wondering, McGinnis is currently 4-0 in the year and will be 5-0 after Friday night's game.
Well, that's not. We don't know that.
Well, that game hasn't been played yet, T-Fred. A lot could happen.
Absolutely.
Right.
Well, I hope the coaches and players don't have that attitude.
That's right.
That's right.
Melling it in.
Mm-hmm. Let's chalk it up as a victory. Oh, by the way, can I leave at halftime our game this Friday?
Oh, boy. Everybody else is.
We'll be done pretty quick.
Yeah.
Are we three-manning again?
Yeah.
Because there's gonna be a lot of dead air. You guys,
Scotty Mick.
you guys gonna be talking a lot.
Scotty Mick.
Running clock should be good.
Yeah,
Should be, yeah.
that should definitely. Yeah, that'll definitely help.
Be a rush to get commercials in.
Let's go.
Oh, boy.
I'll say 9:38.
When the game ends or when we go off the air?
Ends.
Well, but
Game
I
ends.
think it'll be faster than
Maybe faster
we
than
do
that.
have homecoming activities. Factor that in.
9:38.
38.
Grant Oliver says, good evening. Hello, Mr. Grant.
What up, G?
Big win for McGinnis got a win. We'll talk about these later, but Duncan got a good win.
Yeah, that was a good win for Duncan.
Very good win.
Best win they've had in probably 5 years.
Yeah. No, that is a good win.
That is a good win.
T. Fred lets us know last year, Classen and McGinnis ended at 8:45. Jared Williams, how about those Owls?
That's right.
Come on now. Woo-hoo. Last time I talked to Jared, he was heading to Annapolis to go see his son at the Naval Academy, who's on the Navy football team. Outstanding football player and state champion wrestler, I might add.
T. Fred, Duncan has Newcastle this week, and I'm not sure what game Grant is talking about, but he says upset of the week coming this week. I don't know if he's talking about Duncan or not, but that's what is happening.
think so.
That's what's happening, Duncan.
Yeah,
They think
different thinking.
Ooh,
different
yeah.
thinking. I'm
I
telling
agree.
you.
No, I agree.
Privately, he would never have said that 2 years ago.
I thought I don't want to ruin the show, but
No, I think that's
you
right.
should.
I'm thinking
Oh.
it was going to come down that Midwest City game. Now we might be thinking maybe the 3 spot.
Could be. I guarantee you they're
What
better.
about the
than
2 spot?
I guarantee you they're better in Midwest City.
Yes,
Guaranteed they're better
Yes.
in Midwest City.
yes, I'd agree.
Put your money where your mouth is.
Sure. Where do you don't go?
Well, maybe maybe it's a top 10 game.
Could be.
Probably.
Jared said it was a very good visit.
That's great, brother.
Dallas says good evening. Hello, Dallas. We'll be talking about Seaville here in a little bit.
Show can start now. Leslie's here.
Leslie is here.
I'll be seeing LD tomorrow. We can't talk, okay, for a long time tomorrow.
Wait,
I got lots of jobs, so
Hey, Ronnie, can you confirm this rumor or deny this rumor?
No.
Ronnie hates Duncan.
That's not true.
Oh, no, this is Ronnie.
Yeah, but that's not true.
That's 100% not true.
Yeah, it's not true at all.
Not even close to being
Okay,
true.
you don't hate anybody. So do you dislike Duncan?
I do not dislike
you
Duncan. Duncan's probably my.
One of your favorite schools.
I think it is. It's a top. I would say top 2.
But like
Goodness.
I
I don't know other high school that I like more than Duncan.
Like I don't know. It feels like somebody from Duncan can't wait for Guthrie to lose in anything.
Oh, I get that all the time.
Yeah,
We get texts from somebody in Duncan, even when
Just
the Duncan game's going on.
During the middle of their game,
Gloating.
we get text messages.
I don't know.
It's a pregame show. It's our story.
Enjoy the Guthrie
Say it.
Blanchard broadcast on Friday. Thank you, T. Fred. It was
the what?
the Guthrie Blanchard broadcast.
Oh, he enjoyed it.
Thanks, Steve Fred.
Leslie says I got to work tomorrow, so I might not see you. Might not.
Oh,
Might see you. Might
hey,
not.
that'd be great.
Oh, wait a
'Cause
second.
I got like 40 jobs tomorrow.
Dallas says you're a Duncan homer.
Thank you.
I'm probably closer to a Duncan homer, but
Point of order. So you do Leslie's yard yourself?
Of course.
so we were talking football, and then we're
Well, just dawned on me. I get the JV team. That's great.
Hey,
Whatever.
that's
His
what-
reach for rate is lower than mine.
Whatever.
He's A squad.
Okay. Whatever you got to tell yourself.
Go back to football.
Yeah, please.
We'll talk about mosquito pest authority. Anybody needs termite,
Proud sponsor.
rodent control coming up. I've killed some huge rats here lately. My goodness, give me a call. I mean, massive suckers.
Okay, so Grant says you realize where I was raised. I was bred with Guthrie hatred, but
That's true.
he has family on the Dell City Stadium. His family is on the Dell City Stadium, but yet goes to Carl Albert. I guess you have those options when you live in the Medill School District.
Yeah.
Not only that, but the head football coach was on with us last week and talked about the mutual respect.
That's
and
right.
how everybody, and so he's going against.
He's saying hatred.
He's saying hatred.
So Gary Rose lied to us for a couple.
Gary
decades.
Rose must have lied to us every day that we saw him because
Yeah.
all he talked about was how much he respected Guthrie and appreciated
Yeah.
Guthrie. And I think some people just want to create drama where there's not really drama.
Gotcha. That's
I think that's probably
that goes a long ways in
It
life.
does.
And
Yeah.
we got 65 seconds.
We could call Coach Dunn up tomorrow and say, "Hey, you want to go out to eat at the steakhouse?" He'd be like, "Absolutely." He would do it in a heartbeat if he had time anyway, right, Phil?
Yes, he would.
He would.
Oh, okay, so it gets even better. Grant's dad was the head coach at Midwest City. Wow.
Like a private school over there back in the good old days. Come and go wherever they please.
Well, that's like who's the family that the defensive people from Midwest City, Grant, and his kid went to Carl Albert. Now he's a lineman. He doesn't play, but he's now at OU. DeQuazy.
Oh, yeah.
They were strong Midwest
Quarterback
City.
guy,
But
yeah.
now, read DeQuazy, but now
Oh yeah.
things have changed. Now,
We'll just go down the street.
which, a lot of folks do that in that school district in all different sports too. So.
Sure.
Is he still at OU or did he go to UCO?
I don't know. I know he was at OU.
Yeah, I remember
don't know
that.
where he's at now or not. A lot of those guys transferred. The kid from McAllister's at Emporia State, the last I heard.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. 6 o'clock. Hello and welcome to the High School Huddle. Week 4 of the football season is here. District play will be underway on Friday night. Along with Ronnie Phillips, Phil Nichols, I'm Chris Evans. So glad you're with us on the live show. Got a great audience already. We're streaming live on our YouTube page at youtube.com/High School Huddle. Also streaming on Facebook. Don't do that very often on Facebook, but here we are today. So if you're on Facebook, you want to make sure to get over to the YouTube channel and subscribe because it's not guaranteed to be on Facebook every single time. But we appreciate everyone dropping by. And, of course, we're on the social medias, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and, of course, here on YouTube. And also your favorite podcast platforms,
Ooh, yeah.
Spotify, Apple. We're on Amazon Music. I noticed the other day. I was
Yeah.
my Alexa Echo.
Yeah.
I had a picture of the High School Huddle. I was like, what is
The High School Huddle logo
It
looks
pops.
good in my truck.
Yeah.
It looks real
Yeah.
good in the truck.
Looks really good. So glad to have everybody. We appreciate everyone in Chatsville. We invite you to bring your comments and what you saw, what you might see, and anything that you like to talk about here as we welcome Kelly Davis to the program as well. Coming up here in a little bit, we will speak in with the Oklahoma legend, broadcasting legend, Don King. Does so much stuff for not only high school athletics, but he does some stuff with the Oklahoma City Blue, and he's been in TV, radio. He's just done it all, and we'll have him here in the next 15 minutes or so.
Well, Don, every time I see him, I always like to get him talking about his memorabilia collection and some of the cool stuff he's collected over the years. Boxing, Olympics, I mean, all kinds of stuff. I mean, he's just he's the OG. He's the GOAT in Oklahoma.
Yeah, we'll be talking to him here in about 13 minutes. Well, we'll talk about Bixby and Jinx, the game of the week for the High School Huddle. But we'll also be talking, I like to dive into some of the east side, west side with him, what he sees over the years. And is the west side getting closer?
They'll have numbers for you.
I just like to dive into football up in the Tulsa area, not necessarily 6A, which he knows very well, but just Tulsa football in that area, because I take a lot of pride on this show to be talking about Tulsa, Oklahoma City, Western Oklahoma, Eastern. We like to combine everything here. There's certain outlets that do a really good job in this area, but we take a lot of pride in trying to cover everything in the state. And we got a lot of big games to talk about, from 6A all the way down to Class A football this week. Got a lot of great games coming up here in a little bit. So I do want to bring up some one thing for sure. Big news, of course, Oklahoma State University separates their ways with head coach Mike Gundy. And, of course, you want to hear all about, there's plenty of outlets for yay or nay on that deal out there. But high school related, now there have been 3 players officially withdraw their commitment. Now, those were always non-binding anyway until you actually sign in there. But, of course, the big one that we found out yesterday, Katie Jones of Jinx announced he has decommitted at this time from Oklahoma State University. Of course, Chad Weiberg, the athletic director, said we'll go back to them and try to bring them back and let them know what our plan is. But Katie Jones of Jinx, the Bear Hill offensive lineman Aiden Martin has also withdrawn at this time. And then happening today, Bixby's Trey McLaughlin, the linebacker for the Bixby Spartans, has also decommitted at this time. So it was like you can commit tomorrow and change to another school like we see all the time. So those were non-binding there. So, Oklahoma State's football had really dominated this class. And I don't really know the recruiting well, if this class is good. And I think last year's class was really, really, really good. But I don't know how that works. But Oklahoma State did a great job of recruiting the state. Now with a new coach, that's going to, Oklahoma State might not have a football coach for the next several months. Couple months. So that'll be interesting to see how they handle that with recruits, and I'm sure the coaches that are there now will work their best to recruit these players back.
Well, but will they? That's the thing. You got a lame duck coaching staff.
They're leaving.
You got a lame duck coaching staff right now. So I mean, you got to get somebody in place. You would think sooner rather than later, so you can recruit. But again, recruiting at high school kids, unless they're a 4-star, 5-star who's going to play for you within the first 2 years, it really doesn't matter, because OSU was one of the best at recruiting kids, 3 stars, and developing those kids
them,
and having a good life. Right now, you don't have those options. You have to recruit the transfer portal big time, and you have to go after 4 or 5-star kids in high school, because you can't develop those 3 stars anymore. Those 3 stars, they got to go somewhere else, develop. Then you get them in transfer portal. So it's a lame duck crew here. So it's definitely going to be interesting how that unfolds over there in Stillwater.
I think there's one guy safe on the staff, Glass. I think he's the one guy that's safe on that staff.
So so we'll see how Oklahoma State handles the high school recruiting, and again, these players can go back there, and it's so important for both Oklahoma and Oklahoma State University to recruit Oklahoma kids. I know that was a big deal when Bob Stoops got to town. I think Brent Venables has done that as well. Of course, Oklahoma State has brought in a lot of players from Oklahoma as well. I think it's a big part of them, and so
it is. And I think one thing I heard over the radio over here the last day or so about with this whole situation is that I don't follow Oklahoma State recruiting, so somebody can tell me if this is true or not. But they said that Gundy kind of got away from recruiting Oklahoma kids, where he did so well with that, during when he was successful, and I guess he kind of got away from that. I don't know if that's for sure, but I heard several people mention that on the radio over the last year.
I think some of the top tier kids out of our state because of NIL. I think he didn't recruit, but he's got a history of. Listen, it's not a science, right? Recruiting's not a science. You never know how those things are going to turn out. But I think
It's a checkbook now.
yeah, but I think historically, Coach Gundy did a good job recruiting in-state, as has Coach Stoops and Coach Venables and all them. But it'll be interesting to see what happens in Stillwater, like Chris said, over the next few months.
Yep.
So we'll definitely follow that recruiting here. Again, we don't get too deep into it, but we do follow it a little bit here on the High School Huddle. A big thank you to Dustin, my friend, up in Adair land, as that is the Adair Warriors pictured behind us this week as we
Beautiful
try
sky.
to. It is a beautiful sky. Dustin with that photo. That is Adair, and we see Courtney Matthews in the chat. She says, "I spy number 61, Zane Nichols. That's my kiddo. That's awesome. Glad to have it on there." And I mean, that's a 2A program. Look how big those guys are. So that there is no doubt. Adair is in our top 10 games of the week. In fact, there's a couple big time 2A football games. I can't wait to talk about. I'm kind of giddy over them, how big they are. And I finally found one site outside of the High School Huddle that is actually kind of talking about this a little bit. So I think it's one of the highly underrated games, but it won't be underrated on this program. I can tell you that. We'll be talking about that game here in just a little bit. A lot of implications on the line for district championship and all that fun stuff. Dallas, he was always at Owasso recruiting our kids. I can't speak about anywhere else. Probably talking about Coach Gundy. That's a good place to recruit.
Good place to go.
Good spot, yep.
Yeah. So, well, what was some of the things that jumped out to you? We got about 7 minutes left in the segment before we bring on Don King, but there were some fantastic games last week. Anything catch your guys' eye?
I do have one thing. Go back to Stillwater Carl Albert game, and we'll go over our picks later. We all picked Stillwater, and I just want to clear the air for Coach Dunn because I'm sure he's going to watch this, and I just want to give our explanation of why we chose Stillwater over Carl Albert.
I haven't signed off on this.
I haven't either. I'm nervous right now.
You'll remember. You'll remember. Phil both gave me and Chris $100 to pick Stillwater because he didn't want to be the guy odd man out.
I didn't know he wanted to go public with it. Did you get his okay?
Yeah,
okay.
Well, so Coach Dunn, I'm sorry. We did sell out for $100 a piece. It won't happen again. I promise.
We're in a pre-recession, Coach Dunn. It's not their
but
fault.
Yeah, me and Chris would have picked Carl Albert all day long. But Phil had already picked Stillwater preseason, and we just didn't want him to be left out. It's been a tough season for Phil.
Been rough.
Coach Dunn,
Well, and if you remember,
we're just being we're just trying to help our buddy out. Okay, we love Phil.
I didn't want to call him out on it, but in August,
in
August, I had picked Stillwater to beat Carl Albert back in August.
Oh, I did it,
and I was getting ready to change my mind, and then.
$100. Yeah.
It was hard. I was like, it's just a pick.
It's recession,
now,
guys. It's just a recession.
That pick cost me, but
one loss equals 100.
Cost you a perfect week.
It cost you a perfect week.
Well, this is the football gods. You should never pick against Bixby or Carl Albert.
So,
you can cash that Benjamin, and you can't cash that win in.
Yeah. So 5A's number 1 beats 6A, 2's number 1. Carl Albert Titans at, 28-19? I'm trying to find that score.
Yeah.
But I went back and watched that game a little bit. Carl Albert had a 10-0 lead after the first quarter, 16-7 at halftime. Stillwater's, I can't remember right, 22-7, but I think it was Carl Albert. I got to tell you, if watching Carl Albert, now they're the favorite, and we've talked about we all picking them to win the state championship. Mm-hmm. But if there's anybody, and they'll be fine for the next several weeks. Their next test will be Guthrie week 9 on Halloween night, and then the playoffs. But I think if any team can figure out how to stop number 1, the running back Matthews, who's very good, he's a junior. If anyone can find a way to stop that running game and force the pass, I think that's the best option of a team beating Carl Albert this year.
Which does play into, you mentioned Guthrie.
They went a lot of Wildcat with him.
That you mentioned Guthrie, that plays into their strength, which is rush defense. And so, I mean, and I think, when you get into 5A, more of a, it's evolving. More and more teams starting to throw the ball around more, but a lot of 5A defenses are built to stop the run.
Grant Oliver says, "Why would you ever pick Stillwater?"
We literally just told you why.
Grant, and
we've paying attention.
And we've seen your overall record standings. And
that's right.
So take back seat. Yeah,
he has less credibility than I do.
There's some other stuff up there.
Get in your car seat behind me, old son.
Leslie says we all knew better than picking against Carl Albert.
Yeah,
So
of course we did.
So we're in a vehicle, and T-Fred texts and goes, "Hey, if you would have picked Carl Albert, you would have gone 10-0 in your picks last week." And my wife was next to me, and I read the text message that T-Fred sent to me. And, call from Midwest City. Is this done?
Yeah, Coach
I hope so. I hope so.
Midwest City. And she goes, "What? How could you pick against Carl Albert?" I said, I know.
$100 is $100, Sam.
Life lesson learned. Grant Oliver, did they go Wildcat because of the front at Stillwater Presents? Could be.
Yep.
Could be, but I know number one took a lot of Wildcat snaps, and he had a jump pass for a touchdown as well. So not taken away. I'm just saying, I'm not saying Carl Albert won't go 14-0, but I'm saying if a team can stop him, of course that's a goal in every game, but if they can contain him or stop him, your chances of winning increase.
Yeah.
No doubt. And
Maybe not to the plus, but you still have a better chance.
Correct. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, Carl Albert will be favored in every game they play the rest of the year.
That's right.
No matter what game it is.
No matter what
State
game
championship
it is.
game.
Doesn't matter.
Yep.
So we'll definitely talk about that. Let's get to Leslie's comment here real quick. Go back to the recruiting here. Talking about players that commit to the university, why do they decommit when they don't know what's going to happen? I wish you might get a great coach. It is just because they want it to be with Gundy? ? Well,
I think a lot of these kids, a lot of kids make their choice not necessarily about the head coach. That's obviously a factor.
Position.
It's the position coaches.
Yep.
And what you got to realize is with Gundy leaving, chances are all those coaches are gone.
Yep.
And so a lot of these kids are decommitting because they don't know who they're going to be working with every day. That's going to be coaching them technique and teaching them and developing them over the next, 3, 4, 5 years, or
couple
in this
months,
case, 6 years, 7 years. So you just, they just don't know. And I don't blame a kid for decommitting from a situation like this. One thing that a lot of people aren't talking about is for the next 30 days, because Gundy was let go in the middle of the year, every kid on that team can transfer, can go in the portal right now, can transfer.
That's crazy.
So now, I don't know how many will, but that's why. I mean, if I had a son who was committed to OSU right now, I would decommit. I'd open the recruiting back up. And then once because you can always go back. You can always, if you decommit and then you like the coach and the staff that's coming in, that staff will start talking to those same kids if they want them. They can always go back to OSU. But I think it's a smart move for the kids and their families to decommit, personally.
Great question, Leslie. Thanks for sharing that. And I think we probably need to take our opening time out here, get our guest, Don King, lined up and ready to go here in just a few moments. I do want to talk about the overtime victory for Lawton MacArthur over Ponca City. I was able to watch that game today. I was also able to watch the Plainview and Davis overtime game today as well. Got some notes on those two outstanding games. There's other great games last week. There are some big-time performances that we need to get to, and some big games. There's probably 20 games that are really big to begin district play.
Big games.
We're picking 10 of them officially and then a whole bunch more unofficial. So we got a great show lined up for you. Coming up next, it's the legend of Oklahoma broadcasting, Don King, the voice of the Jinx Trojans. We'll definitely talk about Bixby and Jinx, but want to dive into some Tulsa football. What Don has seen over the years is the west side getting closer to the east side. Now, 6A football, 5A has dominated the west side and some other classes as well. So we'll talk to Don and get his thoughts on this upcoming game with Bixby and Jinx. Should be a fun one in Jinx, Oklahoma. This is the High School Huddle presented by our title sponsor, Red River Roofing.
At home, the office, or your commercial building, you want a professional roofing contractor you can trust. Red River Roofing Siding and Windows has been the Oklahoma leader in residential and commercial roof repair, maintenance, and replacement for over 2 decades. Partnering with the best manufacturers to offer the best roofing systems with the best warranty protection and the best financing plan in the industry. Avoid the high volume of underqualified, untrained contractors and call Red River Roofing Siding and Windows today.
Mercy Hospital Logan County is here for you with our new Senior Life Solutions program designed specifically for older adults facing challenges like depression, anxiety, and grief. In partnership with Senior Life Solutions, Mercy Hospital offers compassionate, evidence-based mental health care. Our team are ready to help you or your loved ones improve their mental well-being. Call 405-260-4173 today to learn more of how Senior Life Solutions can make a difference.
Exxon was founded by two combat-proven veterans to help businesses grow from mediocre to exceptional. We know from experience that your culture and trust throughout the organization drive superior performance. Most business owners focus on the urgent rather than the important. They are just struggling to survive. The team at Exxon helps owners identify challenges, build solutions, and focus on growth. Do you trust your team? Does your team trust you? If not, we can help. We are Exxon.
Hey, you in the third row. Yes, you. When was your last dental checkup? Dr. Louis Turney and his staff provide dental care in a fun, relaxing environment. Still not convinced? Prefer to sleep through your appointment? No problem. We can do that too. Our staff can ensure you have a relaxing experience no matter what. Got kids? Hey, so do we. Come see what all the moms are talking about. Our kid-friendly staff loves to provide care to even the tiniest of teeth. Give us a call today. We've got the whole family covered.
Give Dr. Louis Turney a call at 282-7600.
For centuries, it was a windswept prairie until the run of '89 saw settlers scramble for land and life in a newborn town as Oklahoma's territorial capital, Guthrie. Bank First is loyal to the preservation movement that reclaimed Oklahoma's first state capital. And we're loyal to the banking legacy born at the corner of First and Oklahoma streets. Bank First. Loyal to Oklahoma. Loyal to you.
At Mosquito and Pest Authority, our job is to keep you pest-free. Our signature mosquito control service and pest-proof barrier 360 service ensures that you aren't bothered by mosquitoes outside or pests inside. That's right, 2 brands, 2 services, only 1 visit needed. Don't believe us? We guarantee it, or we'll come back at no charge to you. No mosquitoes, no pests, no contracts, guaranteed. Call Ronnie and Sarah Phillips today at 405-916-0471. Hello and welcome back inside the High School Huddle, Wednesday, September 24th, 2025. And after next week's games, we'll be halfway done with the regular season.
Jeez.
Tonight, this week, we begin with district play. And there are some big-time district matchups across the entire state of Oklahoma. And it's going to be a lot of fun here. High School Huddle presented by a title sponsor, Red River Roofing. Big thank you to them as well, all of our fantastic sponsors here for the High School Huddle. We'll be with you the entire season, all the way through the middle of December when we start crowning state championships at UCO. But a big game that will decide a long ways as far as the district play is the High School Huddle's game of the week. It is the Bixby Spartans visiting the Jinx Trojans. And our special guest this week is none other than Don King, the voice of the Jinx Trojans football program. Of course, Don does so much more outside of Jinx, but Don, so glad to have you with us here on the High School Huddle.
Good to see you 3 guys, man. I like those 3 smiling faces.
Don, great to see you, brother. We were talking earlier that we refer to you as the GOAT in Oklahoma. You are the GOAT.
Well, I don't know about that, but I appreciate the comments. I'm in the Phil Nichols Memorial man cave, so when I call it quits, Phil better bring a truck because
I'm coming, baby.
He's coming to get my stuff.
I'm coming with a check and a truck.
Yeah. I hope you carry stuff.
Don has a great memorabilia collection, as you see there, and I don't know if that's your normal broadcast setup, but I think you might have done a little special set up tonight for Phil.
Made my day.
Absolutely. When you guys are over here, let me know next time, and we'll certainly have you over.
That'd be awesome, brother. Thank you.
Don, there's so much we want to get to. We don't want to take up your entire night, but I think one of the coolest things that I've read up on you in years past is how you got into broadcasting. I think it's a fantastic story. If you wouldn't mind sharing that story in the stands and talk about how you got introduced to, hey, I might be pretty good at broadcasting, if you wouldn't mind sharing that story.
Yeah, I think it's a neat story. My sister is 7 years older than I am. She went to the University of Tulsa in the mid '60s and was a sports fan and would take her transistor radio. We started going to the TU games. This is during the Jerry Rome, Howard Twilley football days in the early '60s when they were throwing the ball all over the field. And then the basketball team was good, playing Louisville Cincinnati, all the great teams out in the Missouri Valley. So we went to a basketball game at the fairgrounds, and her batteries ran out in her transistor. And she nudged me and she said, "Hey, you're going to have to tell me what's going on because my batteries are out." So I gave her a brief description of what things were going on. So as we walked out, she said, "You did about as good a job as Lynn Morton," who was the announcer at that time. "You did about as good a job as Lynn Morton." And of course, Lynn was my idol back then, just getting into sports. I was probably in the 4th grade. So the light bulb went off. And so interestingly enough, being blind, and we would hire girls from drum rights where I grew up. So we would hire girls to come in and read her books on big reel-to-reel tape recorders. And so whenever one of them wasn't being used, I would sit in my bedroom. And, most kids make up major league teams or college teams. I made up high school teams. I was a big drum right, because back then you didn't get much pro sports right on TV. And as you guys well know, when you're in the 3rd, 4th grade, you look up to the high school guys like they're the kings, right? So I would sit there and make up my own. Drum right would play Guthrie in basketball, and I had the old Stratomatic. So I would try to get the rosters, or at least the newspapers, and have the key players, but then make up some other names somehow, and it would record into this Wallensack. And actually still have. I found a tape the other day when I was about 10 years old. It's probably about a minute long of me doing a game or a fake game, and so that's how it stuck. And so from there, I always knew what I wanted to do when I was about 10 years old.
Dawn, it worked.
Yeah,
it worked.
Well, I've been very blessed. I went to Oklahoma State and got into radio and television at the time. They had a great radio TV program in the early mid 70s, and from there went to Ponca City and was still in school and went to work for an FM station. And all they did was they did high school wrestling, because Ponca City was really good back then. Yep. And they didn't do anything else. And I said, well, I'd really like to do football. And I don't know that much about wrestling, but I'll do it. And then from there, a few years later, I guess a year later, I talked him into doing Sunday Legion baseball. And I think Guthrie played Ponca City. Actually, we had Joe Carter from Millwood, and Darren Dalton from Arc City. And Ray Hayward from Enid. We had a great league. And so we did the Sunday Night Legion baseball home games.
That's truly, truly amazing. And also now, fast forward, you got a lot of dudes you do well, but I also got to do some Oklahoma City Blues stuff. I don't know how many years you've been doing that, but I think in return you got some good seats for a lot of great NBA playoff action.
Well, we do. I started when the 66ers were here, and they started in 2005. I worked for a radio station in advertising and did sports talk. And so my niche, I knew the sports teams so well, right? So I would work with the sports teams to develop contracts to have their games on the air. And lo and behold, who could do the play-by-play but me? So I did the Sixers until they moved to Oklahoma City. I was still in advertising. And then when I retired from everyday work, they called me about 3 years ago and asked if I'd come back. And so that's been a blessing. But yeah, we buy a half a season package, have great seats, club level seats. And this last year's run was unbelievable, as you guys know. I mean, everything just fell into place for these guys, and you couldn't ask for a better group of 18 players to form this Thunder roster. And of course, they kept pretty much all of them. But the thing that impresses me the most about the Thunder quickly is how they vet not just the Thunder players, but the Blue players. They don't want any guys that are not committed to this program and this organization. And so they vet these guys. A lot of them come from major college programs that they know they've gotten great development. And so they won the G League championship 2 years ago. And then they've been very successful here in the last couple of years.
Speaking with Don King, got a big game on Friday night. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. Kind of want to get into 6A football, East and West. And sure. I would just get your thought process on the domination. The West Side has not won a state championship since 1995 with Collier and the Midwest City Bombers winning that game. Since then, it's been Jinx, Owasso, Bixby, Broken Arrow,
Union.
Union.
Times, yeah.
So what you see this week in and week out during the season? What is some of the differences that you see? And on the tail end of that, is the West Side getting a little bit closer?
I'll answer your the last part first. Yes, the West Side is getting much closer. When they're going to win the next championship, I don't know, because Bixby and Jinx look to be really, really good this year. And I haven't seen Broken Arrow yet, but Travis Hill has them on the right path. That's not to say that nobody can do it this year, but I expect them to win one here in the next handful of years, and they are getting better, much more competitive games. Mustang has played Jinx extremely tough. Santa Fe, when they've been good, they've come up here and beat Jinx twice in the last 5 or 6 years. So, yeah, the West Side is getting much better. Where it started, guys, was the addition of Bill Blankenship from Edmond to Union and Ron Lancaster from Enid to Jinx. Those two gentlemen raised the bar of expectations, and they did it with the weight room. They did it with a 12-month program. You know, football at that time, back in the early to mid-'90s, wasn't necessarily a 12-month program. They made it a 12-month program, and they worked extremely hard over the summer. So the weightlifting, the 12-month commitment for these football players was a huge key. And again, the expectations. Ron Lancaster and Bill Blankenship brought it to another level. Trimble certainly played off of that, what Lancaster had started. And then, of course, Kirk Fredericks followed that with Blankenship at Union. And Dave Alexander won one at BA, and, of course, Blankenship winning a couple at Owasso hasn't hurt either. So the East Side has dominated since '95. That was a great Midwest City team that took Jinx. They beat Jinx in overtime that year. But yeah, the West Side's coming.
Don, one thing that we always talk about on the West Side as pertains to 6A1 ball is some of the sizes of enrollment at the different schools. Owasso, very big. Broken Arrow, obviously the largest school district. Jinx is big. I mean, you got a lot of larger districts over. Of course, on the West Side, you got Mustang that stands out, right? But most of them are, there's 3 Edmond schools, really 4 if you count Deer Creek. There's talk about building another high school in Edmond, so there'll be 5 schools in Edmond.
Wow.
When you look at that, do you think that plays into it? I mean, common sense would say it does, but do you feel like it really does when it comes down to it?
I think it plays a little bit into it, just because you have to have numbers in football. Yeah. Look what they've done in basketball. They've dominated. The West Side has dominated in basketball over the East Side in the big schools over the years. Yeah. So, they don't gripe much about that on the basketball end of it. But football, you do need more numbers. I think where the West Side, I think there are 2 things. I think the 12-month commitment, the West Side schools were a little bit slower in doing that compared to the East Side schools. And then you look at the youth programs. Yep. The JTA in Jinx was also morphed into the Indian Nations Football Conference. All of these area schools play a youth football league from Mighty Might now up into the 7th grade. And I think their formation, their organization was so strong over the years. And I think the Oklahoma City area wasn't as strong in developing the youth programs. And they've caught up. They've come along. And a lot of those schools will now play over here on the East Side in the youth football programs.
Don, along that point, I've never seen Jinx, but I'm sure Jinx is the same, Owasso is the same. But I have seen videos on social media of Bixby's youth program, and it's impressive to say the least. Not just the organization of it. You can tell they're running the offense that they're going to run eventually, or a variation of that. They're preparing these kids from really this little tykes all the way up, but also the sheer athleticism of some of these kids. Yeah. You see on these videos, you're going, he's in the 5th grade. Yeah. You're watching this kid just spin the ball down the field. It's really for people like us, the 4 of us that are high school football complete geeks. It's so exciting because we're in really good hands for a lot of years to come. We're going to see a lot of good football.
Oh, absolutely. And you look at what the major schools are coming in here and recruiting, right? There isn't a major college that's not coming into Oklahoma anymore and recruiting, plucking players out. Josh Proctor at Owasso was a starting safety for Ohio State a few years back. Michigan has come in. So I think that's a big part of it. And Lauren Montgomery came from the Trimble tree. And it took him a few years to get things going at Bigsby. And it's interesting. Trimble has won 13 state championships, which is more than any coach. And his assistants have now won 18 state championships, including Lauren Montgomery's 10. And Matt Hennessy at Pahuska is number 2 ranked, and he's been knocking on the door. So he might be the next one to win a state championship besides Montgomery at Bigsby.
You bring up the late, great Coach Alan Trimble, just a legend. He's got to be – I have an opinion. I think he's the greatest high school coach in the history of Oklahoma high school football. And then when you mention his tree, you got to say he's had the greatest impact as far as championships of any coach in the history. Would you agree with that?
Not bad for a guy from Cleveland, Oklahoma, right?
Yeah, not bad. Not bad.
Not bad at all. I moved from Ponca City, Stillwater areas doing games. I moved to Tulsa in 1980. I was in the oil patch at the time and doing some sports broadcasting on the side, but it was in the oil patch. My dad was in the oil field supply business. And Alan Trimble, in his summers, would work in Cleveland at a supply store while he was going to NSU. So going into his senior year, he would buy equipment from me.
Wow.
And so I said, what do you want to do when you graduate from NSU? And he said, I think I want to be a math teacher and coach. And I said, well, I'm doing some play-by-play. Maybe someday I'll get to do one of your games. Lo and behold, in 1988, we started the Tulsa Cable Game of the Week. J.B. Haney and I started the high school games of the week that are now on Cox Cable throughout the state. And I look across the field, and there's Alan Trimble, an assistant at Owasso, 1988. And so he and I obviously gave each other a big hug. And later he became an assistant at Jinx. And he and I were joined at the hip for many years. I think this is the 36th year we have televised a Jinx coaches show on cable TV here in the Tulsa market. And Lancaster started it, but Trim and I were very much a part of that together for so many years. And you're right. I don't think there's any question that his impact in Oklahoma football was spot on. Lancaster developed some things that he kept as far as practice schedules that I think Sheen still does. But Alan felt the high school kids were changing. And Ron was old school, man. Yeah. You knew Ron Lancaster. You knew he was old school. He's still one of my favorites. But Alan realized that kids were changing. And you couldn't treat the kids in the mid-'90s that you could in the 70s and 80s. And he had great impact on a lot of players and certainly a lot of coaches, no question.
Unbelievable guy.
Now, before we start talking Bixby Jinx for you real quick, we talk about this a lot on our show, Don, and I kind of want Don King's opinion on this. You've seen a lot of high school football from way back when to now. What do you think of this whole transfer thing? This kids, going to 2, 3, even sometimes even 4 high schools in a 4-year span, So I kind of want to get your opinion on that because obviously it's brand new to all of us. But it's this past season, it's really taken off. Over 200 kids transferred in high school football alone last year. So kind of just want to get your take on that.
Yeah, I have mixed emotions. I think at the college level, I see where guys. If things aren't working out, you should be able to transfer. I have a completely different philosophy on how that should work. But to your high school question, it's tough. It's really tough to adapt to. We had Samaj Stanford, who is one of the top players in the state of Oklahoma, who would have beaten Rocky Kalmus's career tackles record if he had stayed at Jinx for 2 more years. Instead, goes to Broken Arrow. And he's an outstanding player, probably next to KD Jones, the best player in the metro area here in Tulsa.
Wow.
My question is, we would have never done that when the thought of transferring would have never entered our minds.
Right.
because we grew up in a community, had roots to that community, and I just don't know where kids are going to have those roots when they grow older. When there's a 10-year high school reunion, a 25-year high school reunion, are those kids going to adapt and go to whatever school they graduated from? Plus, we would have, I think, a little animosity toward a kid who didn't want to play with us and wanted to play with another team. But you know what? That seems to be out the window. The Stanford, we'll see. I'm trying to think. The Rising kid, there were 6 of them that left Jinx to go to Union a few years ago. Shaker Rising was one of them, and the quarterback. And I believe it was Rising. I know it was one of the 6. They had just transferred, and a few weeks later, the Super Bowl was on, and I think it was Shaker. One of those players came back to Jinx and got with his buddies and watched the Super Bowl, and it was no big deal. So it's interesting how the kids have adapted to this as compared to when we probably wouldn't have adapted as well. And I'm not so sure, especially at the quarterback position. That's your leader, and I think when these quarterbacks move around, I think a program loses a little bit because they're still trying to adapt to the leadership qualities of their quarterback. Is he the guy we really want to get behind? And I think it hurts some programs when the quarterbacks are your number one guy and he is transferred in.
And I got 500 examples of what you just went through. The other flip side, just a little bit, and I think you would know this story really well, is the Edison kid a few years ago played at Edison, and now an offensive lineman at Jinx. I don't know if he graduated last year or not.
Yeah.
But at Edison, he had no chance of winning 3 or more ball games. He wouldn't have that playoff experience. He wouldn't have the ability to play at Jinx. That's the other side that has me torn because I get that. But the story that you shared, there's 800,000 of those stories out there.
Way more than that.
Well, and I would simply say this. Dawn, you and I are the elder statesmen on the show tonight. But I can promise you, I would have rather stayed with my guys and went 0-10 than go to a school 15 minutes away that we played against and win a state championship. I just had my 40th class reunion a couple years ago, and inevitably, we've all experienced this. If you played sports within an hour of everybody getting together, what are you talking about? You're talking about the games. You're talking about the big games you experienced together. You're talking about the situations. That stuff that stays with you no matter what. And I got to thinking about it. I don't even remember what our records were, but I remember all those stories. I remember the moments. I remember the moments with my buddies, and that's the stuff they lose.
If Don covered your school, he can tell you what your records
I know he could. I know he could. But
it's right behind me.
Yeah. But to your point, and listen, I think as you get older, you become more and more of a traditionalist, I guess is the right word, or maybe hard-headed is another word for it. But I hate it. I just hate it. I don't like it.
And here's the thing, and I've been saying this for a long time. I've said for many, many years, these guys can tell you, that social media has absolutely ruined this world and country. Yes. And now kids with social media, these kids know each other from other towns. They talk to each other. They go to the movies with each other. Whereas back when we played, even when I graduated in 2003, you wouldn't catch me dead with a Carl Albert player at a movies. You wouldn't catch me dead at a Carl Albert party or vice versa. You just didn't see that. Now this time, everybody knows each other. They can text, they can DM each other. Hey, you want to go hang out? That stuff just never happened. No,
exactly. I played at Drum Right, and we weren't very good. I'm not sure we won a game. This was a junior high game, ninth grade game. We played Bristow. And they had a kid named Wes Hankins, who was just a magnificent player, who went on to OSU and led the Big 8 at the time in punt returns and kick returns. But unfortunately, his grades weren't very good, and he lasted just one season. But we couldn't eat. Not only could we not tackle him, we couldn't touch him, and they beat us 90-0.
Oh, geez.
And we're walking off the field, and they're giving us a hard time. Oh, you guys are terrible. I can't believe we beat you 90-0. And one of my buddies popped up and said, if you guys were really that good, you would have put 100 on us. So shut up and get to the bus.
Speak with Don King, the voice of Jinx. Let's transition to Friday night's contest. And before we talk X's and O's, Don, what what's the formula Lauren Montgomery has going on? I mean, he's going for 8 in a row. What's the sauce? I know he's great with X's and O's. Kids are starting. He's built that. In fact, the last team that really had any dominance over Bixby was Guthrie, 05, 06, 07. They won 2 out of 3 since then. Boom. But what's the secret sauce? What's going on in Bixby?
Well, I think there are a number of things. I think number one, his being in the Jinx system and knowing he was there from 2000 to 2009. So he was there during a big run and developed a lot of that through Coach Trimble. And that's just details to the minute things. Very consistent when it comes to your program. I think that's one thing. I think another thing is he knew the weight room situation at Bixby wasn't what it needed to be. So he raised the level of that. And then he started with the youth program and knew the only way you're going to build a program is through the youth program. And he does that. And he's coached some youth programs himself. He's had assistants coach youth programs. And I think one of the biggest things, maybe the biggest thing, guys, he still has his offensive coordinator and his defensive coordinator, Tyler Schneider and Rodney Flowers. Those two guys have been with him since he was there 16 years ago. Wow. They're still the OC and DC. They haven't left. And I think that is a huge compliment to him and a compliment to them to stick with the program for that length of time and not veer off for their own head coaching job.
Well, Bixby, since 2018, they're 88-4. Now, 2 of those losses have been to the Jinx Trojans. Mm-hmm. And so I think one of the big advantages, like when Guthrie goes against Carl Albert, they're not intimidated by the helmet. A lot of teams are intimidated by that helmet. Jinx will not be intimidated by the helmet of Bixby Spartans. Now, Bixby might win, but Jinx going into that game has very talented players. They're number 2 team by far in 6A1, but they won't be intimidated, and it's at home, and they've been underdogs before in this series and have won big-time games.
Yeah, there was a time when Jinx, through that domination, when they were dominant, for so many years, you just felt like when the other team got off the bus, they were 7 points behind, or when they came out of their home locker room, they were 7 points behind. When they came off the bus at Jinx, they were 14 points behind. I think a lot of teams feel that with Bixby. Here's a nugget for you. 88-4, as you say, since 2018. Jinx has beaten them 2 of those 4 times. Only 7 times of those 88 wins has a team been able to stay within 14 points of Jinx or Bixby. Their average margin of victory through those 88 games is 45 points. Only 7 times has a team stayed within 14 points. And Jinx has done it 3 other times besides beating them twice. So I think the Trojans have had 2 weeks to prepare. They were off last week. Bixby had to play, as you know, Choctaw last week. I think that gives Jinx an advantage. I think the Trojans offensively, I'm really anxious to see how well because they have some weapons. This young quarterback they have, a first-year starter, a junior, Landon Kazar, is 74% passing completion rate and has looked very poised. He did last year as a backup, and he has not missed a beat this year. He's got some really good receivers. KD Jones is, as you guys talked about, decommitted from OSU, but is not only a great running back, but an outstanding receiver out of the backfield. Caleb Dillard is got offered by OSU and originally offered by Miami of Florida a couple of years ago. He's had an outstanding year at receiver. So I'm anxious to see how the Jinx offense, I think they'll be able to score some points against Bixby. I think it's the Jinx defense against this Bixby offense, and whoever controls the line of scrimmage there is probably going to win the game.
And all that information Don just gave us is why he's the GOAT.
Well, he writes books. He writes books. So.
It just amazes me, Don. It really does. But I think one of the things that's always impressed, of course, we came over last year. We had a bye week from the games that we traditionally cover on Friday nights. And so we chose to go over and watch that first Owasso Jinx game at Jinx. Mm-hmm. We kept pulling in, and of course, our frame of reference is a 5A town that we live in. We had some really fun state championship runs in our community and got to see the fans, what we thought were really fired up and crazy. We come pulling in, and I look at Chris, I look at Ronnie, and I said, you know what, all that stuff we did as fans during our runs, I said, that was cute. I mean, this is a regular season ball game.
Talking about the tailgating,
just everything.
The atmosphere.
The atmosphere. It's incredible at Jake's.
Well, it's going to be Big Friday. They got what they call the Hometown Huddle, which is a 2-block area where it's kind of a carnival setting where all the clubs in the high school have different tents and different games for kids to play. And so that will be going on Friday night. Should be about 9,000 there, standing room only. It's good. It's very good. I think I will say, doing the Jinx games for since 1988, radio for about the past 23 years, Jinx fans are a little spoiled sometimes. And when you go to away games, they travel well, but once they get in the playoffs, they hardly ever show up for the first round playoff game because they think, oh, we're gonna win that game.
The rest,
and so they don't show up until it's the semifinals and the finals, and they really don't show up for Labor Day. If the Labor Day home game, we have a home game on Labor Day, it's not as good a crowd, but it's getting better. Clay Martin is the new AD. You guys know Clay well as the NFL referee, and Clay is doing a great job of really picking up the game atmosphere at Jinx even better than what it has been. And so I credit a lot to him the last couple of years.
What a class act Clay is. I mean, just first class guy all the way around. And
absolutely,
it's kind of cool too to be watching an NFL game and say, hey, there's our buddy Clay.
Exactly.
It's kind of a cool thing. Yeah,
exactly. Oddly enough, Jinx is the only school in 5A or 6A that doesn't have an athletic Hall of Fame. And so we have been pounding the drum for Clay, and I know they've been working on it, and hopefully they will have an announcement soon that they've come to some sort of formation.
I mean, you're gonna have a 14-hour day to just to get the grades, just to get the first part of the grades in.
Take you 40 years to catch up.
Yeah.
Well, no kidding.
Don, Chris, and I serve on the Hall of Fame committee here in our community in Guthrie, and I'll tell you, it's fun, but
you need a spokesperson.
Right? Because when stuff starts releasing out there of who's going in for a certain year, boy, I tell you, social media lights up. I feel like a complete buffoon based on some of the comments I hear. Why isn't so-and-so in there? And why isn't so-and-so in there?
Right.
But that's part of the fun too, right? That's part of the fun.
Well, exactly. And they need a Hall of Fame. I'm sure the committee members will be ready to face some heat when those times come, but it's going to be fun. I'm not sure how many people are going to be on the committee or how they're going to go about it.
I know one guy that better be on the committee.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. I'll be glad to help contribute any way I can because this is something that I think has been long overdue, and hopefully they'll have an announcement. I know they're working on it, so hopefully they'll have an announcement soon.
Don, we appreciate your time. We can do this all night long, and I'm glad high school football has crossed our paths with you. You do a fantastic job with the state championship broadcast, with the Blue, with the Jinx on TV, on radio. You do a great job. You're one of the best ever do it. I'm glad our paths have crossed, and best of luck Friday night. Have a great call, and whatever happens on the field happens on the field. But I know you'll have a great call.
Exactly. It's on Jinx Trojan TV, and good luck to you guys. I know it's kind of a slow start for you guys, but I know Guthrie will be there at the end, and it's I've been doing it 50 years, guys, and one of the highlights is working with you three. So I appreciate the compliment and right back at you. Look forward to seeing you guys soon.
Hey, Don, I know we're letting you go, but I got to ask this. I didn't get it in. I want you to tell me your one piece of memorabilia that you're most proud of. Just real quick.
I should have.
Just
give me one. It out for you.
Give me one.
It's easy. Oklahoma Today magazine, when Jimmy Johnson and Barry Switzer were head coaches, have them in trooper outfits, nose to nose, to promote. It had to be probably the 1976 Bedlam game. And so I have the cover of that. And I'm sorry that I used to produce Switzer's TV show in the 80s. And I really wish I'd had him sign it and Pat Jones to get Jimmy to sign it. And I probably need to do that. And if I do that, I'm going to certainly auction it off to a charity.
I was going to say, wait a second. That's part of the collection. That's part of the collection.
Well, we'll barter about that if I don't get it autographed.
Don, enjoy the game Friday, and we'll look forward to seeing you here in a few months.
Thanks, Don.
Thanks, Don.
Thanks, guys. Good to talk to you.
Don King, the voice of the Jinx Trojans. Appreciate his time here on the High School Huddle. We need to get a break. We got a lot to get to here in the next hour or so. We'll take a break. This is the High School Huddle, presented by our title sponsor, Red River Roofing.
Mom, Red River's gonna fix our roof.
Buddy, it's gonna be easy getting a quote after that storm. Have you seen those roofers?
I could get you a new roof. Wait.
That will be out of business next week.
Roofing!
Let's quit messing with these clowns and call Red River Roofing.
Exxon was founded by two combat-proven veterans to help businesses grow from mediocre to exceptional. We know from experience that your culture and trust throughout the organization drive superior performance. Most business owners focus on the urgent rather than the important. They are just struggling to survive. The team at Exxon helps owners identify challenges, build solutions, and focus on growth. Do you trust your team? Does your team trust you? If not, we can help. We are Exxon.
Hey, you in the third row. Yes, you. When was your last dental checkup? Dr. Lewis Turney and his staff provide dental care in a fun, relaxing environment. Still not convinced? Prefer to sleep through your appointment? No problem. We can do that too. Our staff can ensure you have a relaxing experience no matter what. Got kids? Hey, so do we. Come see what all the moms are talking about. Our kid-friendly staff loves to provide care to even the tiniest of teeth. Give us a call today. We've got the whole family covered.
Give Dr. Lewis Turney a call at 282-7600.
At Mosquito Pest Authority, our job is to keep you pest-free. Our signature mosquito control service and pest-proof barrier 360 service ensures that you aren't bothered by mosquitoes outside or pests inside. That's right, 2 brands, 2 services, only 1 visit needed. Don't believe us? We guarantee it, or we'll come back at no charge to you. No mosquitoes, no pests, no contracts, guaranteed. Call Ronnie and Sarah Phillips today at 405-916-0471.
For centuries, it was a windswept prairie until the run of '89 saw settlers scramble for land and life in a newborn town as Oklahoma's territorial capital, Guthrie. Bank First is loyal to the preservation movement that reclaimed Oklahoma's first state capital. And we're loyal to the banking legacy born at the corner of First and Oklahoma Streets. Bank First. Loyal to Oklahoma. Loyal to you.
Mercy Hospital Logan County is here for you with our new Senior Life Solutions program designed specifically for older adults facing challenges like depression, anxiety, and grief. In partnership with Senior Life Solutions, Mercy Hospital offers compassionate, evidence-based mental health care. Our team are ready to help you or your loved ones improve their mental well-being. Call 405-260-4173 today to learn more of how Senior Life Solutions can make a difference.
Welcome back, High School Huddle. Ronnie, Phil, Chris with you. Brought to you by Red River Roofing. And I knew, we have the free edition of the program that we have our interviews with. And I knew that interview would take us up right close to that as possible. Yeah. So big thank you for Don King for joining us. And we'll have that interview podcasted and uploaded by itself a little bit later on this week. So let's get into some of the games this week, last week real quick, and some performances as well. I watched just watched it today, the Lawton MacArthur and Ponca City game. Unbelievable. So a minute 25, Max driving, and it looks like they're about to score a touchdown, but it's punched out at the 10-yard line. The running back has it punched out. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. And so MacArthur was that close to winning. 35 seconds. Ponca City has it 4th and 1. They go for it on their own 29. If they don't get it 4th and 1, MacArthur's right there.
Kick a field goal.
With 35 seconds. I'm like, what in the world are we doing here? But they get it, and they had a chance to win it at the end. Goes in overtime. First play for Ponca City, they fumble the football at the 3-yard line. MacArthur, game-winning field goal. Martinez with the 22-yard field goal to win it 60-57. If MacArthur and Ponca City play basketball, I don't think they're scoring 117 points.
Well, and that's what's weird. Mac's one of these teams that I can't get my arms around. You know, they got a bunch of great individual athletes. It just seems like, of course, Elgin just dog-walked them opening week, and it's just, I don't know, they're just back and forth. It's a hard time figuring them out, but what a great ball game that was.
Yeah, we'll get to know a lot about MacArthur in that 5A1 district. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. The other game I watched today was Plainview and Davis, one of the top games last week. That also goes in overtime. 28-20, Plainview has a lead with 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Davis has a one-handed spectacular catch from 54 yards out to tie the game with 3:45 left to play. Also, they converted on a 2-point pass as well. The final play on the 27, Davis catches what looked like a touchdown, but the foot was just out of bounds. And so they almost won it on the last second play in regulation. It goes in overtime. Plainview scores on 3rd down. They kick the extra point. And then Davis has a 4th and ball game at the 4-yard line. And Davis is all about run, run, run. They have a pass. They get it. And they go for 2. They throw it, and they convert to beat Plainview 38 to win by 1 point. 38-37, I think.
So they pass for the touchdown, and they pass for the
2 point.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. And he was wide open, too, on the 2-point try. Yeah. So, that was a fan. Those are the two games that I watched today. Was highly impressed there. We talking about Bixby. They beat the 6A2 defending state champions by 50 points. So that point that Don gave us increased.
Yeah,
well,
went up.
If the most impressive about that game is, again, Bixby scored 36 in the first quarter, guys.
I know.
Yeah.
It's 36-0 in the first quarter against a pretty good Choctaw team.
Oh, a real good Choctaw team.
You know?
Yeah.
I thought it would have been at least competitive in the first quarter. Nope. 36-0 in the first quarter. That's crazy.
It really is. So I don't know if there's any other games you guys that jump out to you. Pawhuska, a game that we thought would be a lot closer than, 44-12.
Yeah.
Pawhuska got the victory over Woodland, 44-12. Coach Matt Hennessy, he was coach underneath Coach Trimble, has Pawhuska going in the right way, and they're moving up. I don't know if Kenny's with us tonight, but I don't know what the high school huddle rankings are officially yet, but my rankings had Pawhuska up to number 2 over Cash. And by the way, Kenny, while I'm thinking about it, because I'll forget, the high school huddle has Cashin ranked higher than most polls out there that I've seen.
Oh, we are.
Anyway, Tony wants to remind you that Chandler wins. That was a good game for them. They beat Clinton.
Sure did.
And now Clinton 0-3.
Clinton's struggling.
Clinton's not very good.
Clinton's 0-3.
Yeah.
And I think Tony's making his way up to Tahlequah. I always get my Sequoia Tahlequah and my Sequoia Claremores mixed up, but I think it's Sequoia Tahlequah that Tony is headed up to. So Vian remains perfect against Pacola, 41-20. Vian is now 26-0 when they take on Pacola. So another game we had here last week on the high school huddle. Guthrie rose for the second week in a row, beating Blanchard. I think Guthrie had 5 takeaways from Blanchard, almost 6 if there wasn't a penalty. So Guthrie, with that loss to Tuttle has gone through everybody. I think Guthrie's looked good the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, Guthrie's definitely got better.
And they have a chance to be have their way up into
CA?
Carlisle. We'll see. A team that is playing good right now as well is the Duncan Demons. They beat Shawnee 28-10. And so we saw Duncan earlier, and I just think they're riding momentum. I think they had the thought process of, man, we can make the playoffs this year. Now they might be thinking they got Newcastle this week. I think this is a game that, if they win this game, then they have all the confidence. And now you're thinking, man, maybe we're better than the 4 team in this district. Yeah. We don't know what 5A1. Yeah.
No, 5A1's, you're right. Nobody really knows. But I do think this. You and I both said we thought that Duncan will find their way in the playoffs. I feel stronger about that after last week's win.
Del City shuts out Midwest City 54-0. So, again, Midwest City continues to struggle to find points on the season. They're giving up a lot of points, but they're not scoring hardly any points at all. Elgin in 4A beats Newcastle 42-24. Newcastle, tough schedule, but Elgin Ritzenmeyer goes off for a big day for him.
Who? Never heard of him.
I mean, again, Newcastle has had a really tough schedule, non-district.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're any good or not. So playing this week game coming up this week will give us a little bit more.
Give us a gauge.
Give us a little bit of a gauge.
I think Newcastle's a good football
I think they
team,
are too. I think they are too. But yeah, gauntlet right now.
Elgin's just a really, 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 really good football team.
Yep.
Yeah.
Collinsville, they get victory over Bartlesville. They got a big game this week as well as they take on Dell City. We'll talk about that game here in a little bit. Collinsville beats Bartlesville, Battle of the Vills, 47-27. Carter Vaughn, 13 of 16, 246 yards in the victory over Bartlesville. And there were some really great performances over the week. Sand Springs, 6A2, they get their first victory as they beat Bishop Kelly, shut out Bishop Kelly 35-0. And I think we got a few performances that we can look at here.
Don't forget about the Southeast Spartans, Chris.
4-0.
4-0, baby.
4-0.
Rolling.
Who Southeast got this week?
Southeast has got, let me see here.
4-0 Southeast.
They got Midwest City.
5-0 baby.
Come on.
5-0.
That's a big game.
That is a big game.
Midwest City needs a victory, and Southeast trying to go 5-0.
Yeah.
When's the last time Southeast went 5-0?
You know, they were good a couple of years ago with the Fields and Graham kid, but they weren't.
They're still getting blown out in those games.
They were.
They
were. So that
5-0 would be big time for Southeast.
That would be big time.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
So let's get to some of the performances here. Elgin, Jared lets us know Elgin quarterback had a great night. Caden is going to be one to watch. In fact, I think I have some Caden numbers. He's a junior. I thought he was a senior. But he is a junior, and Vincent Saylor, the play-by-play guy for Elgin, appreciate him, been talking to him quite a bit over the last few weeks. Caden Bellato, 21-23, 249 yards and 2 touchdowns. Ritzenmeyer, 26 carries, 178 yards, 4 touchdowns. He had 2 catches for 19 yards, an interception, and has 12 touchdowns on the season. By the way, Brody Morrison, the wide receiver, 10 catches, 115 yards, and a touchdown.
Ritson also forced 2 fumbles that game.
Yeah, so.
I'd have liked to have known Ritson when he was 7. I bet a 7-year-old Ritson was hilarious. Don't you?
I bet an 18-year-old Ritson's hilarious.
Bellato. Thank you for that. Some other, keep the comments coming. We appreciate it. Yeah, I thought he was a senior, the quarterback. He's a junior, so that's awesome. That is good news for Elgin. So here's some performances. White Atkinson of Perkins, 172 yards, 3 touchdowns. Michael Kent of Bartlesville, he was 27-37, 342 yards, 3 touchdowns. And he also, I think he passed for 66, maybe rushed for 66 yards. Donovan Garfield, Seminole beats Herod this past week. Donovan Garfield, 280 yards, 280 passing, 143, and 7 touchdowns rushing the football. Claremore, boy, they had a close one with Hilldale, 39-33 in my personal rankings. I had to drop Claremore just a little bit. They're still a good team, though. 221 yards. Scott Rigby, Collinsville, the running back. We talked about the Collinsville quarterback earlier, Scott Rigby. He had almost 300 yards of rushing, 279 yards. We'll see. He'll need every single one of those yards and every single touchdown this week against Dell City. Remember, Dell City took it to Collinsville last year up in Seville.
Is Dell City's quarterback back?
You know, I think he was supposed to be back for this coming week. Yeah. He didn't play the first 3 games, but I think he's scheduled to be back this week, but I don't know if he will or not.
He's an athlete.
He is. So, and then the Harris kid over at Hominy, 112 yards rushing, 189 total yards. Those are some of the week 3 performances. Max quarterback, Avian Lachlan, he had just almost 200 yards of rushing. And Kel McPeak, we know him very well over at Pawnee. Now he had a fantastic ball game as they beat Hominy 38-34. Good victory for Pawnee. Crew Knowles of Norman, they had no problems with Piedmont last week. And Crew Knowles has Norman playing really, really good football right now. And I think that's most the Matthews kids from Carl Albert, the running back, played a lot of Wildcat. As Carl Albert wins their 42nd consecutive victory. And I did the numbers the other day. They can't get to – Bixby has the state record of 58 in a row. So Carl Albert has won 3 games, so there's possibly 11 for them. So they can get to 53 if they run the table this season.
I'm just going to say it right now. I think they'll end up going past 58.
Think so? Yeah.
Well, I mean,
at this point,
non-district next year.
I know, but I'm done betting against Carl Albert. I'm done.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
I'm done. I learned my lesson.
Thanks for a hundo though.
Anytime. It's a lot like the Elgin experience from last year, Ronnie. I'm a slow learner, but I learn.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Easton Webb for Sand Springs threw for over 200 yards, 20 of 26 passing. And so he had a great game. Might as well get this Bishop McGinnis in here for T-Fred when he watches the playback here. They went to Bishop Carroll, won that game 38-13. Great chance. Was just over 250 yards and 3 touchdowns. Also added a touchdown on the ground as Bishop McGinnis has jumped out to a 4-0 start. It'll be fun once 5A1 football because you got Newcastle, you got Bishop McGinnis, you got Lawton MacArthur, and you got a team like Duncan that is rising. So if anyone knows what is going to happen in 5A1, don't listen to them because they're lying because it's all up in the air right now.
100% in the air.
So thank you to Tony Wilson for letting us know that Mike Snyder, the all-time winning coach in high school football, collected win number 395. Seminole beat Hera this past week. So he's 5 away from 400.
That's a lot of football games.
That is a lot of football games. So those are some of the big-time performances here. So do we want to get to the top 5 rankings?
Yeah, let's knock that out.
Because coming up here in our next segment, we got one more break. And then we're going to have our top 10 games of the week, and there's a bunch more games outside the top 10 that we will give our unofficial picks as well. So let's go ahead and knock out our top 5 rankings here as we first take a look at Class A2, top 5. Number 1, Tallahena. Thomas bumps up to number 2. Thomas Faye Custer, Woodland at number 3, and Wawoka and Magnum at 4 and 5 on the high school huddle. Wawoka had a good victory last week as well. So Mangum way down in South Oklahoma. A lot of people don't get to see them or hear about them, but they are a very good ball club in Class A2 football. All right, Kenny, here we go. Class A1 football. Rejoice Christian remains number 1. Pawhuska, impressive victory, bumps up to number 2. Cashin, number 3. Pawnee, number 4. Bacola was at that number 2 spot, and they dropped down to number 5.
I'm okay with this.
You're okay with that?
Yeah, I am.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. We move over to Class 2A2 football, and I cannot wait to talk 2A2 football in our next segment. I'm giddy over this. There's some big-time matchups in the top 10 games next segment. Number 1, though, the Davis Wolves. They escaped. They almost went down in the rankings here, but they rallied to beat Plainview in overtime. Adair, number 2. I personally, Chris Evans' top 10, have them at number 1. That is on the line this week with number 4. Number 3, Vian. Number 4, Salina. Stay tuned, Salina Wildcat fans. I have some great information about your ball club and your head coach. We'll have that here in a little bit. And Valiant is at number 5. Those are your 2A2 rankings. Dallas lets us know Valiant has one of the best logos out there. Yeah, we talked about the Bulldog with several different Bulldogs out there. I like the Lincoln Christian.
That's my favorite Bulldog.
I really like the Lincoln Christian Bulldog.
It's my favorite Bulldog.
All right. Class 2A1 High School Huddle top 5 rankings. Number 1, Metro Christian. Washington, number 2. Jones, number 3. Now, you can have an argument as Washington, number 1. You can have an argument for Jones as number 1. It's a really good debate. What can happen there? Different views, different opinions. Number 4, Marlowe. Number 5, Lindsay. That's a big-time matchup this week. Marlowe and Lindsay. Marlowe hasn't played in a couple weeks, so we'll see what the Fighting Jeff Murrays of Lindsay can do. We'll talk about that game in our next segment as well. That'd be a big-time matchup. Moving over to Class 3A High School Huddle top 5 rankings. There's that Bulldog, Phil. Number 1, Lincoln Christian. Number 2, Sulphur. There's another Bulldog. Number 3, Holland. Number 4, Heritage Hall. And number 5, Berry Hill.
That's perfect.
I think the biggest news out of that top 5 is Aiden Martin, the offensive lineman for Berry Hill, decommitting from Oklahoma State. I think that happened yesterday. So those are your 3A rankings. Class 4A rankings. A new same number 1. Elgin, number 1.
Thought he tried to sneak one in on us, Ronnie.
Like, what are we doing? What are we doing here?
Tuttle, number 2. Ada, number 3. Poto, number 4. Broken Bow, number 5. I continue to be outnumbered in the Elgin total discussion.
Well, Ronnie and I are right, and you're wrong.
I mean,
that's how it works.
It runs through total, folks. I'm here to tell you.
No, it doesn't. It runs through Elgin, state champs, defending state champs.
They beat Tuttle
Beat
in the
them.
state championship game.
Like
Last
old
year.
Ric Flair says, woo, in order to beat the man, you got to beat the man. Woo, right? You ain't beat the man yet. Man is Elgin. And Ritzenmeyer.
And Ritzenmeyer.
I have somebody with me.
Tuttle by 50. Oliver, you're an idiot.
Grant,
Go to
get
bed.
out of here. Yeah.
You're not an idiot, Grant.
You were just making
By
fun of
50?
his. You were just making fun of his number,
By 50.
his record in the first segment.
I didn't call him an idiot.
No, I did. I want that on the record. By 50.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
That's ridiculous. That's Ritzen. Ritzen's going to write that down.
Yeah, Ritzen got that. Ritzen put it right here.
All right. Class 5A rankings. Number 1, Carl Albert Titans, longest win streak in the state right now at 42. Del City, number 2. Pryor is number 3. Bishop McGinnis, number 4. And Guthrie at number 5. Guys, I can make an argument for Guthrie being at that 3 spot with the way they played over the last couple of weeks. I think they're starting to find their way. But Bishop McGinnis off to a good start. Pryor, we don't know anything about them yet until they start playing some teams, and they will a little bit later on. So right now, we'll give Pryor the benefit of the doubt with their schedule.
Give them the benefit of the doubt, Pryor. And McGinnis, listen, they're 4-0. Anybody that tries to argue with me that they've played one tough team yet this year, I will argue with them all day long. So we still don't know about McGinnis. Now, they're 4-0. They could run the table and be 10-0.
Yeah.
But they have not faced a tough opponent yet.
I like that top 5.
Yeah, no, I'm okay with it.
And you got,
I'm okay with it.
I mean, McGinnis played Deer Creek, won it late in the ball game.
6-A-1.
6-A-1.
Yeah,
So
big
Deer
deal.
Creek is down this year.
Yeah.
3 players on both sides that return. But that's still a good victory.
That's a good win. That's a good win. You're right. That's a good win.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
So thank you, Jarrett. He says, I forgive you. That's
He really does.
That's all.
He gives a lot of grace.
Oh, he's a forgiving man. He's a Christian man.
I need all the grace. I appreciate that. And that's what I like. We've got to keep it balanced here a little bit somehow. That's how I really feel. That's what I really think will happen.
Oh, boy.
Did I just double?
You're not helping
I'm
yourself
not helping
right
myself. Okay, better stop there. All right.
just pulled the field.
6-8-2. I guarantee you, if Tuttle does win a state championship over Elgin, there's going to be a video collage built up.
What's going to happen when Elgin wins?
Another video
back-to-back?
collage.
Well, if you know how,
You're lucky I don't know how to do that, or I'll do it.
Yeah, if I know how to do a video collage, what do you call it?
I don't know.
a collection.
Whatever that is, if I know how to do that, I do it.
Yeah.
Instead, when they win their back-to-back title this year, I'm going to make sure I'm going to be on the field, and I'm going to stand back-to-back with Ritson just like this.
You know what, Phil? We know people who do know how to do that, and we'll just pay them.
We'll just pay him. That's right.
We'll make you look like a
You
fool.
going to pay me?
I'll pay. I will actually. Yeah, I will.
6-8-2 rankings. Okay, here's a back and forth. Let's talk about it here first, though. Number 1, Choctaw. Number 2, Stillwater. Number 3, Sand Springs. They get their first victory, 1-2 on the year. Piedmont, number 4, despite the loss to 6A1 Norman. And number 5, CJ Turnbull, coach, the quarterback, at number 5 with Pump City. Back and forth, guys, on Choctaw, Stillwater. Beginning of the year, we had Choctaw at that one spot. Stillwater, Choctaw, lost, beat team Lubbock, Monterey, lost to Hayes, Kansas, lost to Bixby. Anybody who plays Bixby, I just call it a wash, and you're going to stay where you're. I don't care what. I don't care.
Yeah. Especially if it's a 6A2 team.
If they lose the Jinx is probably number 2. I don't know. There can be Owasso BA could be number 2 possibly next week. We'll see how it falls. But I would let it wash. So Stillwater, they beat Union last year, lose to Carl Albert by 30. This year, beat Union, lose to Carl Albert, and I don't know. It's a back and forth. I go Choctaw number 1.
Well, and you and I talked about this. I called to give Chris a hard time about his rankings, and because I was bored and I had 25 minutes to drive, so Chris is always kind enough to get me through those drives. But, the point's this. They lose to a Hayes, Kansas team by 1.
Which is a good program.
One of the best programs.
Top 2. I think they're
one of the best programs in Kansas. And then they lose to Bixby. So, in my eyes, they're 3-0 or they're 1-0 because those other 2 I don't really care about, non-district games. And this is the other thing. 6A2, there's 4 teams. There's 4 teams, guys. I mean, whoever we throw in there in number 5, that's going to rotate throughout the year.
Last year.
The top 4 are going to rotate back and forth, depending on what happens on any given week. I think Sand Springs, if they develop, they can make some noise. Obviously, Stillwater lost to a very good Carl Albert team last week. I can make an argument that they should be number 1 in 6A2. Even with that loss, to Carl Albert, but I have no problem with the 6A2 rankings.
I don't put much stock in 6A2 rankings.
Well, I mean, they're just so hard to predict, and there's not a clear-cut favorite, right? At the beginning of the year, I thought Choctaw was the clear-cut favorite. I still think they're the favorite to win it all, but you know, you got 2 losses, you got to consider that.
Yeah, I mean, Choctaw, Stillwater 1-2, Sand Springs. I think this is their best chance. It is their best chance with Easton Webb and Dom Forbes, the wide receiver, and they have played a tough schedule in the first 2 games, and so they'll be ready no matter who they go across. They won't see anybody like that they lost to Owasso and Bixby. But and then, you know, Muskogee, we'll talk about them here in a little bit. They're still looking for their first victory. I think you have 1, 2, 3 as the top 3, and then from there you have 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 8 through whatever it is, it's not good.
I mean, you got we're gonna see Choctaw Stillwater anyway, so it'll work itself out.
It will definitely work itself out. The team we were talking about earlier is Muskogee. We're not talking about them anymore.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, it's a tough deal. I mean,
we'll talk about next segment.
Yeah. So tough deal.
Yeah. So. All right, is that going to take that one? Okay, in the 6A1 rankings, number 1, Bixby. Number 2, Jinx. They play this week. Number 3, Broken Arrow. Number 4, Norman. And number 5, Edmond Memorial. And I don't think too many rankings look like this when you look at other polls. But Norman has done nothing but greatness. Crude Knolls with the victories. And they're playing really good. And Ed Memorial at number 5. We'll talk about them here in a little bit with the top 10 games of the week as well. But I do not have now. Muskogee's only 3, and I have him in 6A2.
Yeah,
top 10 rankings.
Right.
But Tulsa Union's only 3. They're not in my top 10. I can't do it.
Yeah,
I can't not do it.
Yeah. And maybe this is because I'm thinking of the past. And I'm not taking anything away from Norman or Edmond Memorial when I make this statement. It seems weird to me that Owasso's not in the top 5.
Correct.
Considering their losses.
Yes, that's another. I would have zero argument putting Owasso in that top 5. Yeah. And, you know, a victory this week, it would definitely elevate them too. But what Norman and Ed Memorial have done, what they've gone out and have been asked to do, Owasso has not so far. So and it's week 4. So
it'll take care of itself.
It will take care of itself. I think you got to reward Norman and Ed Memorial for the way they have come out and played this season.
I don't disagree. My main point was
you're correct. You're right.
It just feels weird.
Yeah, you're right. At the end of the day, I would pick Owasso to beat Norman today, and I would pick Owasso to beat Ed Memorial today.
I would too.
So, but I think you got to reward.
You do. I agree with that.
That's how I look at it anyway.
So. And our good friend made the comment up above. Kenny Gillespie made the comment. He said doesn't have a problem with Pawhuska being over Cashion. Pawhuska's really good. The problem he has is to have a Rejoice team with a loss over 2 teams that are undefeated. And I get that argument. I get that. But I think when you look at the loss that Rejoice had, you have to factor that.
Yeah, I think didn't they bump up a couple classes and play Cassia Hall?
It was a really good team, and listen, all these run together at this point in the season, but your point's well taken.
Yeah, it was Cassia Hall. They went, Rejoice Christian plays in Class A1, District 4. And they went up and lost by a touchdown to Class 3A Cassia Hall.
Yeah, 3A. So that would be like a 4A team going up and playing a 6A1.
Yeah, I would. My thought process, and this is why it's so great to have these rankings because there's these conversations, is if Cashion goes up to Cassia Hall,
what happens?
Yeah. So
but I see your point.
I do too. I do too.
I mean, I see it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's just a conversation and. Trust me, I put a lot of stock into what folks on here say.
Oh, no doubt.
We're talking to people who know high school football
no doubt.
So well in this forum.
And this is a good opportunity. We want you guys to continue to put those statements on there, make your points.
I could be swayed. I mean, I got $100 from Phil for picking Stillwater.
That's right.
Oh, boy. Back to that line. Okay. It was $500 apiece. It wasn't 100.
Corbin Powers, Class 5A is Carl Everett, and then everybody else.
Yep,
we've been saying that for years.
Yeah, I've been saying it for years.
Del City.
Nope, I'll never get behind Del City.
Listen.
Phil did.
It's close.
Phil did this year.
It's close.
Still had him undefeated.
Why do you got to bring that up?
It's close.
It's history. We got to bring it up.
Anytime we mention Cassia Hall, Tony lets us know the Pope is on their side. So
Pope is on their side.
The Pope used to be a school board member at Cassia Hall. So Dallas gets a comment here, and then we got to get our final timeout because we got top 10 games of the week to get to here in our next segment. Dallas says, I was able to watch film on Ed Memorial against Del City. Memorial won that game 35-0 for the second year in a row. Yeah. Memorial is undersized, but if they fly around, will hit you in the mouth. They are just a bunch. They are just a punch you in the mouth type of team. Yeah, and that's
fun teams.
It's led by McCombs at the linebacker spot, and we'll be talking about Memorial here in a little bit. I don't want to give too much away, but Ed Memorial defense. Remember, this is a team that I do too. This is a team Coach Meredith's got them rock and roll. This is a team that made the semifinals last year until they ran into a team called Bixby, but Bixby Spartans. Yeah, Lauren Montgomery. Yeah, but no, Memorial is a really, really good team.
Good football team, no doubt.
Yep.
All right, so those are our thoughts initially. I think we got a whole lot more to get into as we dissect the top 10 games of the week and some other games as well in our third and final segment. As we take our time out, this is when you really got to get your keyboards ready and let us know who's going to win, who's going to lose, and why I'm right and Phil's wrong. Let us know. Let us know. So we're going to take our third and final timeout. Back after the short timeout, this is the High School Huddle presented by Red River Roofing. At Mosquito and Pest Authority, our job is to keep you pest-free. Our signature mosquito control service and pest-proof barrier 360 service ensures that you aren't bothered by mosquitoes outside or pests inside. That's right, 2 brands, 2 services, only 1 visit needed. Don't believe us? We guarantee it, or we'll come back at no charge to you. No mosquitoes, no pests, no contracts, guaranteed. Call Ronnie and Sarah Phillips today at 405-916-0471.
For centuries, it was a windswept prairie until the run of '89 saw settlers scramble for land and life in a newborn town as Oklahoma's territorial capital, Guthrie. Bank First is loyal to the preservation movement that reclaimed Oklahoma's first state capital. And we're loyal to the banking legacy born at the corner of First and Oklahoma Streets. Bank First. Loyal to Oklahoma. Loyal to you.
Exxon was founded by 2 combat-proven veterans to help businesses grow from mediocre to exceptional. We know from experience that your culture and trust throughout the organization drive superior performance. Most business owners focus on the urgent rather than the important. They are just struggling to survive. The team at Exxon helps owners identify challenges, build solutions, and focus on growth. Do you trust your team? Does your team trust you? If not, we can help. We are Exxon.
Hey, you in the third row. Yes, you. When was your last dental checkup? Dr. Louis Turney and his staff provide dental care in a fun, relaxing environment. Still not convinced? Prefer to sleep through your appointment? No problem. We can do that too. Our staff can ensure you have a relaxing experience no matter what. Got kids? Hey, so do we. Come see what all the moms are talking about. Our kid-friendly staff loves to provide care to even the tiniest of teeth. Give us a call today. We've got the whole family covered.
Give Dr. Louis Turney a call at 282-7600.
Mercy Hospital Logan County is here for you with our new Senior Life Solutions program designed specifically for older adults facing challenges like depression, anxiety, and grief. In partnership with Senior Life Solutions, Mercy Hospital offers compassionate, evidence-based mental health care. Our team are ready to help you or your loved ones improve their mental well-being. Call 405-260-4173 today to learn more of how Senior Life Solutions can make a difference.
I have brought you here today to beg you to call Red River Roofing. They have the best trained staff in the state. The Red River sales consultants are experts that make sure every single roof is 100% waterproof.
I appreciate all your hard work.
Please save your questions for the end. In closing, call Red River today for your free inspection.
I'm convinced.
Red River Roofing. Even the kid gets it.
Welcome back. Third and final segment here on the High School Huddle. Glad you're with us on the live show, or if you're catching the replay, appreciate that as well. Ronnie Phillips, Phil Nichols, Chris Evans. Don't forget social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok.
Give us a sub. Give us
Please.
a sub. Come on, one time.
We built this YouTube channel this year from zero subs.
177 right now.
We need 200. We need 23. So if you
No, we need 3,000.
yeah, yeah, correct. Well, we got to get.
You got to get 200 before you.
Yeah. So we went from several hundred to zero, so we can have its own platform here. So
Am I going to start paying for subs?
I say we need to pay somebody who has a big name to give us a little shout out. Would that work?
Well, I mean,
we can't do this organically.
Dallas is here.
Maybe we get Don to do it.
Oh, Don.
Don knows everybody.
Don's our way in.
Don's the man. Yeah. Don's the goat.
Don will pay you $20 a subscribe. Wait, 20. Don will pay you $1 a subscriber.
Dallas says, well, if you want to go 8-2, just pick what I pick. I went 8-2 again.
I think I went 8-2.
Hey, 8-2's that's
8-2 is good.
That is a great week.
That's really good. 80%.
I think the bottom now this week's games I think might be the toughest of all time on this show.
Oh, I'm going 10-0 then.
Okay.
I haven't even looked at them yet.
I think the bottom when I 7-3, if I go 7-3 or better,
You're okay
I
with
feel good.
That's how I am.
If I go 6 or lower,
5-5 for you beginning of the year.
No, if I go 7-3. Well, listen, I got out of the gate slow.
4-6.
2 weeks in a row.
Some people call that an omen.
Some people call that karma. Yeah.
Okay, let's take a look at some of the games that are not in the top 10 here on the High School Huddle. 6A, Edmond Santa Fe at Union. And the only reason why I bring that up, somebody's got to win the football game.
Union.
Santa Fe.
They can't be worse than Santa Fe.
Mustang is at Moore. Jaden O'Neal did not play last week in the.
Sounds like he's going to play again the rest of the year.
Man,
that's a shame.
So he has a knee injury against UConn. Coach Blankenship says if the game was closer or they needed him, he could play. Then he doesn't play the game after. It doesn't play the game after. So now he's game to game. So we're waiting to see.
We need to find some contacts at Mustang.
I still take Mustang because they lost by 1 to Broken Arrow, so they've got a lot of
one
other
score.
Kids. Huh?
One score.
Yeah. So they've got a lot of. They got a lot of kids there. So a lot of athletes. So I still think Mustang wins that game.
Yeah, I totally agree. And their backup quarterback is playing really good too. So
Mustang versus who?
Moore.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just waiting to see when the Jaden O'Neal returns back to the lineup. That's my big deal there. So, wow, is this not in the top? Is it? Holy smokes!
This is where Chris starts questioning himself.
Oh, I wrote down the wrong team. Oh no, I didn't. I wrote Norman at Edmond North.
Okay.
I thought it was Norman at North. Like it's Edmond N, not
okay.
L. Okay. Whew.
Yeah.
I did. That'd
have been a bad one.
Yeah,
that would have been a bad one.
Norman at Edmond North. So. Dallas says the Santa Fe Union ends in a tie. 5A football game, Collinsville at Dell City.
Yep.
And the reason why I didn't put this in the top 10 because everybody's going to pick Dell City, so I had to, it's not.
I got Collinsville.
You got Collinsville.
Yep, unofficial.
Unofficially.
It doesn't go against the score, right?
No. So Dell City has really controlled this, and I know there's an injury thing with Collinsville last year going into this game, but now Dell City. I think Dell City, if it wasn't Carl Albert, we'd be talking a whole lot more about Dell City, which looks like will be another state semifinal matchup if both teams win their district, and that's predetermined now.
Right.
Now, if Carl Albert and Dell City slip up and don't win the district title, then that would be the different side of the bracket. Yeah. So if you're Carl Albert, Dell City, maybe you want to lose. No, you don't want to lose.
I'm just, I think Dell City wins this game, especially if they're young quarterbacks. Makes his first appearance of the season, but out due to injuries. But if he's back, I think Dell City wins that game.
I do too.
Durant at Booker T. Washington. I had it written down, Ronnie. Southeast at Midwest City.
Let's go.
Trying to get
go Spartan. Go Sparty.
And Newcastle at Duncan. What do you guys think about that ball game?
I'm taking Duncan.
No, Duncan's not going to win that game.
I'm taking Duncan.
Duncan's got to stop the running back, T.J. Bradford.
I'm taking Duncan.
That's going to be a big ask there. I would certainly favor Newcastle in this game. If I were to pick it, I would definitely pick Newcastle. Yeah. But if Duncan wins this game, watch out.
I'm taking Duncan. I'm a believer.
I think if Duncan can keep it close, I think that'd be good for him.
Yeah. So other 5A game, El Reno at Altus. That could determine a playoff spot.
Taking Altus. I believe in that freshman quarterback, the Reed kid. I think he's going to be very, very special before it's all over. Yeah. Already is, but I think it's going to be really special before it's all over.
I will take the Altus Bulldogs in that one as well. Altus a perfect 3-0 on the season, victories over Ardmore, Elk City, and Cache. And if Altus can win this football game, 4-0, going to beat Western Heights. That's 5-0, going to beat John Marshall. 6-0 going into the 2 road games at Noble and at Guthrie. Yeah. So if they can get to that 6-0. And again, if they beat El Reno, that puts them in a good spot. Got to beat El Reno Noble to secure your spot. Then after that, you can kind of get a little bit selfish. If we play well against Guthrie, we can do this, But you got to take care of business against Lawton as well.
Well, and there's just again, if you can throw the ball in 5A, you have an advantage.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can throw the ball in 5A, you have an advantage. And so, I mean, it bodes well.
I think Guthrie had to score, 56 points last year to beat Altus.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm telling you, this kid down there, he's a freshman, coach's kid. He's the real deal. He's 6'3", 6'4". Some of his stat lines in these games has been stupid. I mean, and he's special. He's very, very
I saw an
special.
Altus Bulldog bus today, Highway 9, Norman.
Wow.
Heading towards Noble, look like.
By the way, their volleyball team is really good, too.
Really?
They're a top 5 program in Class 5A. Altus Bulldogs. So, yeah, I'm picking Altus in that one as well. Yeah. 4A football, Fort Gibson is at Wagner. Hey, congratulations. Wagner gets their first victory of the season.
That's weird.
Yeah, how times change.
That is weird. How about Weatherford on the road at Clinton?
Weatherford by 100.
Yeah, I got Weatherford winning that game as well. Yeah. If that's the case, Clinton would fall to 0-4.
Well, their coffee club, coffee talk is big in Clinton
Big.
Grant Oliver's saying 5-0 Southeast against 4-1 Duncan next
week.
I
believe it.
Hey,
I'm a believer.
That could be a top 10 game next week.
I think that should be a top 10 game next week if that's the outcome.
Well, I don't know who else is playing, but
no, I'm putting my vote in right now. It should be.
We'll see how it got to win first, right?
Well, yeah, but they're going to.
Okay, all right. Tony lets us know Altus is good in swimming. Yes, Tony and I have watched Altus dominate. Their fans, they had the best fans, I think, at these swim meets that we go to. So Altus, they travel a long way to watch their swim program. So
they travel a long way to go to the grocery store.
That's true. That's true. Very
it's
true.
Amazing.
But they love their swimming, and they have a good following there. Yeah. 3A football, how about Perkins on the road at Sulphur? Normally, this would be a top 10 game of the week.
How's this not?
Yeah, I know. Perkins at Sulphur. I would go with
Sulphur's going to win. That's why.
Yeah.
Well, I'd go with Sulphur. Perkins is an extremely good football team, but I think Sulphur's.
Yeah, Sulphur's going to win by 2 touchdowns.
I think before it's all over, before the end of the year, I might be picking an upset.
Sulphur over Lincoln Christian?
Could be.
Yeah. Well, they were half a yard or yard, whatever it was last year from doing that. So, Paul's Valley is at Kingfisher. Kingfisher continues to win.
Paul's Valley's struggling this year.
Tony Wilson did not know this. Thank you for this information. This will get on the screen for Tony. Tony says Clinton has been without their head coach due to neck surgery.
Wow.
He comes back this week. So good news that he is back, and
it is
hopefully
good
that
news.
will help the Red Tornadoes, Ronnie. The Red Tornadoes.
Yep.
Not the Tornadoes, the Red
They're more
Tornadoes.
of just a light thunderstorm right now.
They're trying to find some clouds, I think, right now.
They're basically just cloudy.
Little sprinkles like today.
2A football, OCS is at Chisholm. That will be an interesting matchup there.
Give me the Tanner Roofs.
Yeah, I'm going with Tanner Roofs as
OCS,
well. How about these A matchups? These are not in the top 10 games. That's coming up here in a second. Morrison at Pawnee, Wawoka at Central Salisaw, the Comets of Alma going to Rush Springs. Those are some fantastic A football games that did not crack.
Don't speed through Rush Springs, people.
That's
no
exactly
speed limit.
Right. That's exactly right. Dallas says, I'm with you, Phil. I think Sulphur is going to do it this year.
Well, I tell you, they're awful good. Awful good.
Lincoln Christian with the second longest current win streak right now in the state. I think it's 32 games. I think that's where it's at right now.
Now, with those district, you may not know this off the top of your head, but they would most likely play in a semifinal game, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Which is a shame. I'd love to see that under the bright lights.
Who are we talking about again? Lincoln Christian, Sulphur?
Sulphur.
Oh, I think that's a championship game.
Is that a championship game?
Yeah, I think the way it falls, I think that would be a
gosh, I'd love to see that.
Because I'm pretty sure they won I know Lincoln Christian did. I'm pretty sure Sulphur won their district last year, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Manford, Seminole, Perkins, Bristow. Yeah. Yeah. Suffolk definitely would have won.
That's a
the
good
district
question,
last year,
Chris.
so.
Just popped up. I don't know if you saw it or not.
Kelly Evis, what do you think about Mount St. Mary's? So they're undefeated. Coach J.D. Reynolds has done a great job. My thing with Mount St. Mary's, Kelly, is they played nobody. Their schedule has been very, very weak. But in my personal top 10, I do have them in the top 10 rankings, but got to wait, see a little bit more. Coach Reynolds has done a good job this second season building that program, but right now it's not the toughest of schedules. It's a pretty weak schedule, but to their credit, they've gone out and done what they're supposed to do.
Did what they have to do.
Yeah,
That's right.
So, good question, Kelly. All right, so here's what happened last week on the High School Huddle Top 10 rankings. It was, wow, Chris, haven't seen that in a long time. 9-1, despite his horrific pick of Stillwater beating Carl Albert, would have gone 10-0.
I'd have been 9-1.
Very impressive, though, Phil and Ronnie right behind with 8-2 records. So we finally all three put a good week together.
Finally put a good week together. That's right.
By the time you guys caught up.
Well, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Leslie was 7-3. She's now 26-14. Oh,
just
Leslie,
like you.
Leslie and I are best friends. So everybody last week on this panel picked Davis over Plainview, Elgin over Newcastle, Vian over Pecola, Norman over Piedmont, Pawnee over Hominy.
That was a close one, boys.
It was. Guthrie over Blanchard, and Bixby over Choctaw. Everybody lost Carl Albert Stillwater game.
We're so dumb.
Phil lost Moore, Norman North. That was an
emotional pick.
That was
I have at least one of those.
37-7.
It was bad.
Something
Chris,
like that.
We can move
okay.
on. Yeah.
And Ronnie lost the Woodland Pahuska game. So that's what happened last week. All right. Jared Dallas says he's 32-8 overall. That's impressive.
Nobody asked.
Oh.
If you're above us, you just move on.
Oh, move on.
Yeah.
Jared, choose Elgin, win Chris. See how that works. Yeah, no,
Why do you hate Elgin?
I don't hate Elgin.
Oh, okay. I was just checking. I
just think
I
total.
was getting a pulse. So you have them a solid number 2.
Solid number 2.
Could argue number 1.
There's an argument, absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely.
I just wanted to get that out there.
Can they stop Cruz Campbell in that passing game?
I don't know. Can they stop Ritzenmeyer in that running game?
Find out, I guess.
2 out of 3 things are bad when you throw the ball. Just saying.
I saw him in person. He was pretty
I
darn
did too.
good.
It was scary.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Top 10 games of the week. We start with the Marlowe Outlaws visiting the Lindsay Leopards. What do we got?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Phil, this is number 4 and number 5 in the High School Huddle rankings.
I know. I just wish you'd give us a couple layups. This is the 10th game.
This is the toughest.
Just a couple layups.
If anybody goes 10-0, just retire. Oh. Just retire from the show.
Do we get pension?
Well, yeah, of course. Yeah, cash it. I'm just telling you guys, even you in Chatsville, if anybody goes 10-0 this week, hats off to you. Even if you get lucky, this week's games are tough. Tough. All right. Marlowe at Lindsay.
Chris has the box.
I do.
Wow.
No, it still goes the same. The rotation's still the same. Always the same. Yeah, always the same.
Never changes.
It doesn't matter who gets second. It's always the same.
One of these years, when I get the box, it'll go here and go here.
Okay, all right.
That's how it works.
So I go first. Well, Jared and Dallas have already made picks. I haven't told them what's going to what.
They can change their mind. If
okay.
they want.
Marlowe 2-0. Lindsay's 3-0. This is a 2A1 District 2 matchup. Marlowe has had 2 weeks off.
Ooh,
they've had 2 weeks off. Now they got to travel.
Oh.
Winner has a good chance of hosting. Remember, Washington is in this little district with the Marlowe and Lindsay team. So this would be a big-time game to win and possibly hold on to a second-place spot. Of course, you're thinking first place if you beat Washington. But playoff line, home playoff on the line here. Marlowe leads the overall series 27-25 and has won 6 straight in this series. So Marlowe, Coach Warlaw, fantastic job. Marlowe over there in Stevens County by Duncan, they've won a lot of football games.
A lot of football
in that county.
Got the trees white.
Oh, yeah, they paint the trees. And
halfway up.
I still don't know why.
Keep talking. I got to pull up the.
I really don't. Do you know why?
I've asked, and I've heard a million different reasons.
I just want the truth.
It looks very.
I wonder if Grant's still watching. He's smart enough. He can tell. He's smart. He can let us know. Okay, I'm there.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay,
we're good.
Thank you. Okay, I will lead us off. I will go with Marlowe, despite not playing 2 weeks in a row. Lindsay, this is one of the better teams they've had in a long, long time. And if there's a year to get Marlowe, this would be the year.
I think playing matters. Being off 2 weeks matters. But I'll take Marlowe over the fighting Phillip Hightowers.
Kenny goes Marlowe. Dallas goes Marlowe. Grant says it's a fundraiser with the white paint.
Okay.
I thought it was help the insects and off the trees.
I like that better.
No, there's nothing. That's
Oh, yeah, you would know that.
That's
yeah.
cap.
What about squirrels? Does it keep
No,
squirrels
no,
off? No? Okay. I think we've looked that up before.
We have.
Phil, we're going to need a pick.
I know.
Get one back here, Phil.
Well, 4 back from Ronnie, 2 back from Chris. It's week 4.
Who do you think's going to win, Phil? You want to go 10-0, right?
I do want to go 10-0.
Well, pick who you think's going to go 10-0. If you go 10-0, you're going to gain games back anyway, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to. Can I call a clock?
Yeah, call a clock real quick.
All right, 10 seconds.
Okay.
9, 8,
3.
You know, the
7.
outlaws are more scary, mascot. Although leopards can eat you.
They'll eat your face.
3.
You know what? Give me Lindsay.
So easy. It's too easy.
The leopard would have to be up on you. The outlaw can be from a distance.
Shoot you from afar?
Well, I don't see that, but he can be.
It's official. Move on.
Okay. All right.
We can't change his mind.
Game number 9 features the Piedmont Wildcats. Boy, Piedmont's been in the high school huddle top 10 all season long. Piedmont 2-1 taking on Choctaw 1-2. Choctaw
every time.
6A Division II District 1. Both teams are coming off a loss. How about this stat, guys? Choctaw's first home game of the season.
Wow.
1 in Texas, 1 in Kansas, and 1 in Bixby.
They're ready to be home.
They are ready to be home. Choctaw won this game last year, 56-40. Second ever meeting between these two programs.
So it was the transportation department. They're
Yeah.
very excited for the deal.
Very happy.
Exactly. So
Ronnie
will go first.
So anytime me and Chris need to gain a game on Chris, we just throw Piedmont top 10.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, we just
gain a game on Phil.
The game on Phil. It's easy.
Number 1 versus number 4.
Give me Choctaw. Give me Choctaw.
Jeez. I really want that Marla Lindsay pick back now.
Should have looked at your top 10.
Give me Choctaw.
Yeah. And I will go ahead and make this real quick. I will go Choctaw as well. I think last year Choctaw did a fantastic job against that flex bone offense, and so I think they have that under control. Go back to it again this year, and I think Choctaw wins that game. I think Choctaw wins that one comfortably as they are glad to be home. And waiting for the internet to kick in there.
This next one's going to be a layup, I think.
Kelly goes Choctaw by 20. Kenny Choctaw, Jared Choctaw, Leslie Choctaw, T-Fred Choctaw, Dallas Choctaw, and T-Fred adds Marlowe to his victory as well. So you're on the island with Lindsay.
Yeah, I'm on the island. That's the only way you get them back.
That's great. You saved us. So if Lindsay wins, hey, one of us.
Somebody got it right.
Someone got it right.
I'm a team guy. I'm a team player. That's what I do.
All right. Game number 8. Oh, my goodness. Okay.
Just a layup?
Oh, no. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, big time layup.
All right.
How about Kingston and Kiefer? Both teams are 2-1. They play in 2A Division I District 3. Last year, Kingston won in overtime, 29-28. This is the second ever meeting.
This is a layup?
No, none of these are layups. Well, I think Choctaw over
Yeah,
Piedmont's
that's the
layup.
closest one. Yeah.
But it's 1 versus 4. Kingston quarterback Reed Patterson, 2,800 yards, 38 touchdowns a year ago. Had 95 passing against Kiefer and 3 touchdowns, including the overtime winner for Kingston last year. Kiefer's quarterback, Cash Worley. His last name Worley. The head coach's last name was Worley. He put it together. 491 yards, 6 touchdowns. He's also a run threat as well. This is a fantastic ball game. For Kiefer, correct. Both have played a very good schedule. Kiefer rallied to win 30-29 over Vian earlier this year. And since I sent these games out to you yesterday, I've gone back and forth. This is a big-time matchup, and this will go a long way as far as playoff hosting. So, and just like that, it's already mixed in Chatsville.
Give me Kiefer. I'm taking Kiefer.
Yeah, okay. Phil. Kiefer.
You sure?
No.
So, my mind, I've gone back and forth. I've had a million reasons why Kingston's going to win this game, and a million reasons why Kiefer will win this game. Kiefer has been challenged this year already with the Vian, and they won that ball game. When I first looked at it,
Kingston's 92-1.
No.
Everybody, okay, that freaked me out. I see all those posts. 92-1.
Well, no, he's looking at. I put a 9 instead of a hyphen or parentheses on there.
Oh, okay.
It'll be fixed on. It's
scared me to death.
There it is. It's fixed right there.
It's just,
how have I not heard of these guys?
Just T-Fred being grammar police again.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So in my mind of minds, I had Kingston winning the entire time, but I'm switching to Kiefer tonight.
Good decision.
I will be mad if Kingston win. I will be very upset because I really think Kingston is the better team. I think they're the better team.
Who's gonna make you go 10-0?
I know, but if I want to go 10-0, I got to go with Kiefer. They have the small victory over. By the way, they came back and beat Vian too. So I think Kingston's a better team. Kiefer's at home. They're very close. I'm going with Kiefer.
I'm gonna go Kiefer because they got the best win of the season between the two teams,
and they got a dual threat quarterback.
Yeah, I like Kiefer.
Yeah, boy, this
is usually the kind of game that bites all three of us.
Yeah. T-Fred goes with Kiefer. Grant says Kingston is a very heavy senior team. I know. I've gone back and forth, and I knew I was going to come to this point here at this part of the show and flip a coin between the two. And I think it'll be a fantastic ball game with that. So, all right, Trojans, defend that home field.
Good mascot.
We'll see. It is a great mascot.
Yeah.
Redskins. And by the way, I went to the Kingston Sonic. Great customer service this summer.
Oh,
Kingston's good.
Yeah,
it's a good town.
Yeah, I had a good time in Kingston. So
it's good. Ace.
I saw it. Yeah, but I didn't go by there. So
did you go to the little thing you put money in?
It's gonna take long.
No.
Okay.
We were coming back from one of those places.
Gotcha.
From the concert, and Kingston was in our route
Devil's
there.
Playground. Okay. I got you now.
All right, game number 7. It is the Muskogee Roughers 0-3 on the road at Ponca City. Ponca City 2-1. This close for being 3-0. They lost in overtime to Lawton MacArthur, 60-57.
A good Lawton MacArthur team.
Yes, a very good Lawton MacArthur team that can win 5A District 1 this season. But Ponca City is a very, very improved ball club. Talking with a friend today, they have an offensive coordinator came from El Reno up to Ponca City, and they're running a run game, and they mix in the pass. And they got a quarterback that's very capable of throwing that ball. As I watched that MacArthur game, and so I think it's a little bit of a different Ponca City team that we've seen many years in a row. But I think this is a matchup here. Muskogee leads the series 15-7 and have won 3 straight. And in 12 of the 13 dating back to 1969. And I was trying to pull up real quick my here it is. I just want to go over the Ponca City schedule real quick to kind of give you a full, of course, Muskogee, Coach Condon in his first season. A handful of players transfer from Wagner to Muskogee. And, Muskogee has had a good schedule, but we haven't really talked about Ponca City a whole lot on this show this year, but they whipped up on Enid 65-6. Enid, not a very good ball club. They beat Tulsa Rogers, not a very good ball club, 54-0 before losing last week 60-57. So that's the information I have. And this is another one I keep going back and forth on. My thought process, the way it works, if I pick Muskogee to win, okay. But if I pick Muskogee to win and Ponca wins, that one will keep me up at night. Because I really think Ponca City is improved, and I think Ponca City can beat Muskogee this year. Other side, Muskogee 0-3. They feel a little bit of pressure to win this game, and so I think they put a lot of – and they do every week with Coach Condon, but I think this week is a huge week for the Muskogee Roughers.
Yeah, it's a massive week.
Yeah, it's big time. Ponca could win this game for sure.
You're up?
Oh, wow. I don't like going number 1 all the time.
It sucks. It makes it tough. Makes it tough.
Okay, let's see here. Kenny goes Muskogee, T-Fred, Ponca, Dallas, Ponca. I think those are the ones so far. Grant says, Muskogee knows how to stop the single wing. Jared says, Ponca can't support Condon after the Wagner game last year.
Yeah. Cheap shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That was nasty.
I think I think for all the reasons that we said earlier, I think Muskogee wins this game because they feel like they have to, and I think they have to. Starting 0-4 with the expectations there at Muskogee. Ponca City, I would not be surprised if Ponca wins this game. I'm trying to talk myself out of it, but I will stop and let Ronnie take over. I so bad want to pick Ponca.
We'll pick him.
I think Muskogee is a little bit better.
Okay.
I think Ponca's going to win this game. I don't know if I'm going to pick them or not, but I think Ponca City is going to win this game.
See an opportunity brewing.
Man, Muskogee, I mean, again, we talked about it. You bring some 4A kids up to play 6A too. I mean, it's different. I think we talked about it at the beginning of the year.
Muskogee lost by a touchdown to Booker T.
They did lose a touchdown.
Went to Rogers and got beat by 40. Couldn't tell you anything about Rogers. Yeah. And they lost to Bentonville West 41-7. Couldn't tell you anything about those two Arkansas schools.
I think just because I guarantee you, Mac had the two best athletes on the field against Ponca, and they kept that pretty close.
They did, absolutely. Maybe top 3 athletes, maybe.
But I'll go with Muskogee, just for the sheer fact that they're 0-3. Surely they can't go 0-4, and also they only lost to Booker T by a touchdown.
And Muskogee,
again, it's all about matchups, but yeah,
it is. This is Leslie goes with Muskogee as well. Oh boy! So Chatsville is split. Here we are again, Phil. I need to call a clock again.
Yes, call it. Some will be here a while. You know what?
Every bad decision Phil's ever made in his life, he goes, you know what?
or
every place we've been where we shouldn't have been, and Phil probably shouldn't do that. Well, you know what? We know it's over at that point.
You know what? Or watch this.
Yeah.
Those are the two that gets Phil in trouble.
Watch this. Give me Ponca City.
Phil, I don't hate it.
Yeah.
I do not hate
I don't
it.
either. I don't either.
I don't hate it, man. In a way, it'd be kind of cool if Ponca City
It would be.
got
It would
competitive in football.
I am rooting for Ponca.
Because one of my favorite guys that works the gate at Ponca City.
And you have family in Ponca City.
And I have a lot of family in Ponca City.
Oh, I just now thought of that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm going to go Ponca City.
You have some reunions up in Ponca City, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Me and the cousins, we spend a little time up there.
Is her name Sadie?
Huh?
Beep, beep. Leslie and Kelly also go with Muskogee. Google it. No questions here, though. All right, moving on quickly. Oh, my goodness. So this is one of the first ones. One of these. Oh, my goodness. I'm about to geek out here on some 2A2 football.
Give me your notes are going to persuade me.
Yeah, I need something.
Because I can't decide either.
So we've been talking about Colcord over the years.
Oh, yeah, we have.
They've had some
one of my
great
favorite teams.
They are one of our favorite
them.
teams. Absolutely.
Yeah.
They just couldn't get over that hump, and there's been some good teams in front of them. So Colcord, a little bit north of Tahlequah, Wyandotte, Wyandotte around north of Grove.
Okay.
North of Grove. So Grand Lake separates these two here. So we'll call it the Grand Lake Bowl. Everyone is Googling Colcord and Wyandotte right now. So, all right, here we go. Colcord 3-0, Wyandotte 3-0. By the way, same district as Adair and Salina, right? I think that's right.
That's
okay.
insane.
This will be the first test for both of these ball clubs. Again, they're 3-0. The Bears have a quarterback in Hunter White. He's a dual threat quarterback, 225 passing, 110 rushing yards.
He can pass and he can run. I like it.
That's for the year?
Yeah. Colcord won this game last year, 48-0.
That's huge. That's a big number to catch up on.
What if they graduated 17 seniors?
They graduated a good group of seniors.
Well, how many?
I think on offense at least 6, and I think maybe the same as on defense as well.
A little more than half.
That's 12.
The Bears have not won since 2011 in this series.
Oh, boy.
This is the Bears' best team in a long, long time. They bring a lot back.
I know where you two are going. I can make another one back.
Colcord, first-year head football coach.
Oh,
different schemes, different all.
Coaching change.
Austin Martin's got him off to a 3-0 start, though. Colcord leads this overall series 15-3. All these notes point to Colcord.
They do.
Tony Wilson, Wyandotte. Dallas, Colcord. Jared, Wyandotte. Grant, Colcord. Kenny, Colcord. So it is a mixed bag already.
Is this you?
Between
it's
this
me.
big time 2A2-3 matchup.
You know, when I can't decide who I think is going to win, I just go something I can relate to. You know, and I can relate to Wyandotte because I used to work in Wyandotte County, Kansas.
Are you kidding me?
Sure,
Wyandotte
absolutely.
County, yeah.
Wyandotte County, Kansas.
Yeah. Racetrack near there.
Racetrack, that is the Kansas City, Kansas.
Devil's Playground.
Devil's Playground where I
Yeah.
worked. So I can relate to Wyandotte.
Yeah.
I love my Cold Cord Hornets. I do.
Evidently not that much.
But I like Wyandotte in this game. Give me Wyandotte.
Wow,
Give me the dub.
I thought you were going to go with. I thought you were going to go with Concord.
Nope.
Which one? There it goes. Dallas says I used to coach against both of those teams.
Well, when Grant picked Cold Cord, I knew I was going to go Wyandotte. That's another reason.
Look at that bear. That's a good logo right there.
Plus
By the way, I watched a little bit of their games. Wyandotte. I had a little extra time, and I did watch some bear action. They got a great facility as well up in Wyandotte. So Tony says I've been to Wyandotte a lot when I was in school at NEO. Oh. Go Neo. Phil Nichols.
Clock, please.
I'm telling you, if anybody goes 10-0 this week, my goodness.
You know what? Give me Cold Cord.
Oh,
Phil, that's not a bad pick. So there's all these games so far, except for Piedmont and Choctaw,
Have been ridiculous.
I can see.
No, they're ridiculous.
I can't argue that either way.
No, they're ridiculous.
All right, so we're split here. I've gone back and forth on this one. Concord, everything tells you Concord's going to win this football game.
You should definitely pick them.
Concord on the road at Wyandotte. I think Wyandotte, this is their year. This is their best chance to beat Concord. It's at home. It's been circled. This is, if there was a year to beat Concord,
got to make up 48 points.
They got to make up 48 points. But
graduated 12.
I think a lot of talented players for both teams are back, but I think Wyandotte has something to prove this year, and I think they get it done. I'm going with Wyandotte to win the game.
This is my week. It's all lining up.
Okay, boy, that's going to be a fun football game. Tony's how can Concord's logo not be in contention for best logo?
It's good, but I like that bear logo.
You see that bear right next to it, Tony?
Yeah.
That's how.
Tony, they don't even win the best logo in this game.
No.
By the way, Red Oak has the best logo. Tony knows that already.
Not true. You know that's not true.
I think Stroud's got the best logo.
Ooh. Man. You can't pick Guthrie this week, Tony, because Guthrie's not playing in the top 10 games. All right, moving on to game number 5 in the high school huddle. Coweta 3-0 on the road at McAllister 0-3. McAllister 5A3 matchup. McAllister won this game last year 35-0. Coweta won it in 23. Final score there 28-27. So is there any way McAllister can go 0-4 on the season? I can tell you Coweta 3-0. They beat Wagner, beat Fort Smith Northside, and they also beat Prairie Grove, Arkansas.
A
lot of Oklahoma teams playing in Arkansas.
They beat nobody, Phil.
And
How
then
do you know?
Coweta?
No, how do you know
He
Prairie
literally,
Grove's no good?
they're no good.
How do you know?
I did my research.
Now-
Chris asked me if I broke down the Coweta today, and I did.
I asked him. I asked him today if you broke down the Coweta offense.
That's right, and I told you exactly what I thought.
You did. You told me a lot of things. So here's McAllister. They're 0-3, but listen to this. They've lost a close one to Broken Bow, a very good 4A program. They lost to Poto, another great 4A program. Both of those in the top 5 in the 4A high school huddle rankings. And then they lost to Ada, another team. They lost to 3 teams in the top 5 in Class 4A this season, 0-3. Jeff Craig's looking for his first victory of the season. Let's see here. Tony Wilson says shots fired. That's you, Phil. T-Fred's going with Coweta. Tony is going with Coweta. He says they're a good ball club. And Dallas goes with Coweta as well.
Give me the Tigers.
Go Tigers. Go Tigers. Phil is going with Coweta. This is another game I go back and forth on. I just can't see McAllister going to 0-4. Yes. And I've watched McAllister a few times just because I was wanting to also see Broken Bow, which I whiffed on the preseason. I've caught up to them. They're good. I've gone back and forth. I really can't see McAllister going 0-4. Coweta is a very good ball club, but Leslie goes McAllister. Kenny goes McAllister. Coweta for Dallas. Tony goes with Coweta. This game is at McAllister. I think I'm going to go with McAllister in this ball game. I think they have, just kind of like Muskogee, I think they have a lot of riding on this game for their entire season moving forward. Lose to this game, and then you start putting a lot more doubt in your mind. They've lost to 3 really good ball clubs. So I'm going with McAllister, Coach Craig's first victory as the Buffalo head coach, but it's more importantly because it's a district game for him. Coweta, a very good ball club. I can see it both ways.
McAllister can't beat any 4A team. They're definitely not going to beat a 5A
Ronnie's
team.
putting me on the island. I know he is. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're 100% on this island. Yeah. How can they go on 4? They can and they will. Coweta wins this game.
Good pick, Ronnie.
I think McAllister's schedule will have them ready for this one.
You get back to 9-1, and now you're doing this.
Insane.
All right, we'll let that populate so I don't have any excuses there. Jared goes with Coweta as well.
Jared's smart man.
Oh,
always has been.
Some would say brilliant.
Does it want me to change my mind? Is that what it's want me to do? It
ain't
happening.
It goes.
It ain't happening.
Who wins the Who wins the logo battle here?
Coweta, because it kind of looks like Cali.
McAllister wins
biased.
the logo.
McAllister
Yeah,
wins
100% biased. Yeah. Looks like Cali from here.
The Tiger.
Kind of does, doesn't it?
All right. Game number 4, Norman North and Edmond Memorial, 6A Division I District 2 matchup. Norman North is 2-1 on the season. Edmond Memorial 3-0. This is Memorial's defense. They remember Memorial returns 10 of 11 starters on defense, including McComb. I'm just dribbling. McComb, linebacker / running back. Their defense is allowing 8.3 points a ball game. Now, Norman North scored a lot of points last week and have looked really good the last couple weeks after dropping their season opener to Norman. Norman North's offense, Mason James, the wide receiver, Ben Kolar, the tight end, and Byron Mason, the running back. This game comes down to Norman North's offense against Edmond Memorial's defense. I certainly would think so. North leads this series 5-2. Grant goes the Bulldogs. Tony goes with the Dogs. T-Fred, Norman North. Those are the early selections so far in this one.
Who did Norman North lose? They lost to Norman. Who'd they beat?
They beat someone not very good last week. I'll pull that up for you right here.
They lost week 0 too, I believe. Norman North.
Yeah, they lost to Norman.
Yeah.
Norman North. Let's see here. Lost to Norman by 6, beat Deer Creek by 13, and crushed Moore, the team that you picked last week, Phil.
Oh, okay.
61-24.
All right. Give me Memorial.
Leslie also goes with Edmond Memorial, and Phil will go with Edmond Memorial.
It was my turn, wasn't it?
I don't know.
No, it wasn't my turn. Who went first? Did I go first last time?
Who went first on T-Fred would know this answer.
I think I went first. I think I went out of order.
Someone went with I picked McAllister last.
Are we all going to Memorial on this game?
Yeah, Chris should have went first this time.
Yeah. I think we're all going to Memorial.
So can we go in order then?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. All right. I think Norman North can win this game, but if I pick Memorial and they lose, I'm okay. But if I pick Norman North and Edmond Memorial won, I'd be upset with myself. Yeah. So I'm going to Edmond Memorial.
Me too.
Sorry, I got a little excited there.
That's okay.
It's all about you, Phil. We know that.
Thank you.
Let me get it in the system here. Wow, not one person in Chatsville or on this panel goes with Norman North with that offense.
That's one I should have picked Norman North for.
I like the Dogs.
Yeah.
I like that logo.
I like that defense.
I really like that defense.
Phil
and it's at
deep.
home. It's at home. This is a great coaching matchup. Coach Jones and Coach Meredith as well. Wow, that's a fun game. That'd be a fun game. All right. I went back and forth. I really wanted to make this next game the game of the week. I truly wanted to make it the game of the week. In fact,
well, you made it 3, so
I know. I considered it.
Oh, okay.
For game of the week, and I think the way I think it'll happen, it might be the game of the week.
Okay.
It is the Salina Wildcats at the Adair Warriors.
Got Adair number 1.
I have Adair number 1, and we'll listen to a little Salina fact I have here in just a second. This is a great matchup. If we had broadcast duties, I might be driving up to Adair.
Oh wow!
No, this one has me excited more than any game. This is going to be a big time matchup. Salina 3-0, Adair 3-0, 2A District 2 or 2A Division 2 District number 3. Adair, they were undefeated in the regular season. They won their first playoff game. Then they ran into Davis, the state champions, and lost by 3 points to Davis, 27-24. Adair, 22-18 victors over Salina, 22-18. Salina has some great talent, and their head football coach is Scott Harmon. Listen to this, guys. He won a state championship at Pawnee. He won a state championship at Hominy. Now he has a very good record so far at Salina. In those 3 stops, he's 128-54. Now, outside of small school, he's gone big school football with Tennessee Central, McAllister, and Ponca City. He was only 24-26. So small school football is where he belongs and has won 2 state championships with Pawnee and Hominy. Adair, their quarterback, he's also a great defensive player as well. Cooper McCord, and he has a great wide receiver to throw to in Cole Moody. Salina's quarterback, Eli Swarer, will go over 5,000 career passing yards this season. And by the way, the offensive coordinator for Salina, Mason Fine, the all-time passing leader in the state of Oklahoma, is their offensive coordinator. Of course, he played at North Texas. In college, of course, he set the high school passing record at Locust Grove for them. He is the offensive coordinator. I tell you, this game, this is going to be fun to watch. I won't be able to watch it live, but I guarantee I'm going to go back and watch it on the replay. It'll be the first game I go back and watch this week. Salina at Adair. Oh, John says he left. Whoa.
Who left?
Timeout. Tell me, John, tell me more. Did Mason Fine leave?
Is that Muskogee? I didn't know that.
Oh, that's right. You know, I thought I heard that. Okay, throw that out there.
Were you trying to throw me off?
Nope. Thank you, John. Thank you, Robert. Wow. Okay. This is why we have the best high school
transfer
audience.
portal.
There's not only 200 kids in the transfer portal in football. There's a lot of coaches. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that info. Scratch that off the list, guys.
Okay.
All right. Tony goes Adair. Jared goes Salina. Kenny goes Adair. Dallas goes Adair. So far in the picks.
So it's me. So,
yes,
who's that? Coach Harmon.
Coach Harmon, yeah.
He's a former Oklahoma State linebacker in the mid '90s.
Linebacker?
Yeah,
I thought he was a DB.
He
played defense.
He's a dog. He was a dog from my understanding from one of his former teammates. Who was talking
that's
about
right.
him.
Yeah,
So I heard he was pretty good, but I got Adair in this game. I think they're going to win by at least 10.
Oh, wow. That would crush my feelings. This has to be double overtime or
ain't
bust for
happening.
me.
Nope. I got Adair by 10.
You know, I'm no mathematician.
Oh, I like that.
But you got a kid that's going to throw for over 5,000 career yards by the end of this year. He can spin it a little bit.
Yeah.
Who'd they beat?
Adair?
Yeah, this year. Who have they beaten?
Oh, Phil needs some information.
Well, I do.
I don't really remember being all that tough. But
How about Adair? Who'd they beat?
let me pull it up here for you.
Okay.
Phil wants to make an informative decision.
Enola and Locust Grove.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And how about Adair?
That was Adair.
Oh.
That was Adair.
Salina Qualpaw, which B.J. Honeycutt has family in Qualpaw.
One of the best names in all of Oklahoma.
Locust Grove and Choteau Maisie. Here's what Phil needs to know. So Salina beat Locust Grove 48-6.
Right. It's 8-10.
Adair beat Locust Grove 59-6.
Oh boy,
that isn't help. Wow, it is 8:08. Wow, it's a long show.
And we still got it. The crowd is strong, so it's okay.
Okay, all right, we're going strong. We're going strong. If anybody goes 10-0, Phil's going to buy you dinner. You buy yourself dinner, Phil.
Oh, okay, I can do that. You know what? Give me Salina. I got a feeling.
Well, about the cowbell?
We need more cowbell, but
Explore the space, Phil.
I'm just telling you. I think so. That guy can throw the ball around, man.
Yeah. Here we are. I knew. I went back and forth on this one. I see both teams winning. Can't happen, though. I want double overtime minimum in this ball game. However, I have to make a decision. I have to go Adair. Yes. I think the Warriors had a great season last year. They ran into the eventual state champions. I think Adair, the team right behind us, that's Adair right there. I think Adair has all the experience from last year. I think this is their year. to make a splash, to make a deep run past the second round this year. I think this is Adair's game.
Year?
I think it's their year. I think it's this game. For the state championship, I'll have to wait and see. But what a fantastic matchups in 2A2 football. Wyandotte.
By the grace of God, I go 10-0 this week. You two will never hear the end of this.
This is the toughest
You're
week.
not going 10-0,
I'm
Phil.
just. It could happen.
It's not happening.
It could happen.
It's
You
the
pick
toughest-
Lindsley over Marlowe.
That's right.
Ain't happening.
It's the toughest games we've ever had here on the High School.
There's no doubt about that.
It's the toughest ones we've ever had. And we still got 2 more games to go.
Oh, boy.
All right, game number 2, the Owasso Rams on the road to Broken Arrow. Owasso is 1-2. Broken Arrow is 2-1. Former coach Josh Blankenship makes his way back into this ball game. The former BA coach is now the offensive coordinator for Owasso. Unless he magically left, like I didn't know about Mason Fine. I think he's still there, though, with his dad. Of course, Josh was the head coach at Broken Arrow for 4 seasons. Quarterback matchup in this one, Drew Frankenfield, 41 of 80, 523 yards, 5 touchdowns. Jeremiah Satimba, 29 of 41 for 552 passing yards, so 29 more passing yards for the BA quarterback. Both have thrown for 5 touchdowns this season. Last year, this is big for Ronnie. Ronnie likes last year's scores. Owasso won this game 49-21. Frankenfield, 19 of 22 for 204 yards and 3 touchdowns. Very efficient for Owasso.
Broken Arrow. The games from last year, Broken Arrow don't mean anything. Completely different team.
I totally agree. Has won. I think Owasso has won 7 of the past 8. Broken Arrow, though, has won 13 of the last 22 meetings. Broken Arrow leads the overall series 26-18. So, Owasso at Broken Arrow.
Should be easy for you guys. You guys picked Broken Arrow to win the state championship.
I know.
No,
I
we
didn't
didn't. We didn't say win the state championship.
That was me.
I didn't say that.
I said that.
Yeah.
I know. I don't know about Phil. I don't know about Phil.
Excuse me?
I picked Broken
You
Arrow.
both picked Broken Arrow
Over Bixby?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I kind of remember that.
Yes, both of you idiots picked Broken
Was
Arrow.
I medicated that day?
That's why I said. That's why I said you guys realize you only get 1 change for state championship.
I
And
need
you guys,
4
And you guys picked Broken Arrow over Bixby. That's my first reaction.
I need 4 changes this year.
You get 1.
Can I buy 3 more? Can I buy back in?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
You're right.
That's
All right.
Yeah,
Give me
no.
Broken Arrow.
Yeah.
Give me Broken Arrow.
Phil is going with Broken Arrow. Yes, back in August, I picked Broken Arrow to go 13-0. I'm all in on Travis Hill. Completely all in on Travis Hill. Largest school. We've already seen one of the state's top players, if not the top player. He's an underclassman. Samaj Stanford go from Jinx to Broken Arrow. I think that trend will continue to happen. I think it will continue to happen. With that being said, Grant goes with Broken Arrow. Dallas goes with Owasso. Tony goes with the Fighting Travis Hills. Kenny, Leslie, and Jared all go with Owasso. So here, the game's at Broken Arrow. My mind, the betting odds is to go with Owasso in this game.
Of course, absolutely.
Owasso's not the same team.
They're not.
They're not the same team as last year.
They're not.
Broken Arrow's not the same team. And so for me to pick Broken Arrow in August to go 13-0 was out there a little bit, especially with Bixby being so dominant they are. And I do have one switch, and I'll have some weeks to think about it.
I need 4 switches.
but I cannot. I will go with Broken Arrow.
JD made a pick
to win the ball game. Jordan Davis, he watches these games just as close as everybody. He's going Broken Arrow as well. I'm going with the Broken Arrow Tigers to win this one.
Good pick, Chris.
Thank you, Phil. There's no way Ronnie's picking Broken Arrow.
No, he can't.
You guys are fools.
Okay.
Absolute fools.
Yeah.
There is nothing that BA has shown all year long that they are worthy of the hype. You guys are treating them like Arch Manning. You have overhyped BA all year long, get them all this clout, talking about how great they are, and I haven't seen anything good out of them yet.
Nothing.
I haven't seen anything good out of Broken Arrow yet. Other than Travis Hill, that's a great hire. I haven't seen anything yet. Barely beat Mustang. They should have dominated that game. No Jaden O'Neal in that game.
Yeah, Mustang's still a good team.
They still are. But
14.
they got Samaji Stanford. They should have dominated that game.
Tevin Robertson.
Absolutely.
Satimba.
Give me Owasso.
Give
me the Rams.
Is Taj Overton playing in this game?
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Okie dokie.
I look.
Remember, you had
be a Sooner next year.
pass on him a couple weeks ago, Owasso.
Who?
This team you feel so good about when we did the panic or whatever.
I don't feel.
Huh?
I have
patience or leave it. I think
no patience or panic.
Yeah.
You said panic.
I said if he's out for a while, you should.
Panic.
Absolutely.
Now it doesn't matter.
No, it 100% matters. I'm not saying that's not my team. I just think they're going to be Broken Arrow. That's what I think. I think they're going to be Broken Arrow. Hear me now, believe me later.
Okay.
That's not hate, JD. That's not hate. That's just telling how I see it.
He's blind.
Yeah.
Hear me now, believe me later, boys.
All right.
Win big?
Oh, they're going to win.
Big?
By 10, probably.
By the way, by 10.
At least 10.
Okay.
That's big, I think.
That's big.
All right. Speaking of big.
Late touchdown.
Speaking of big. It's the game of the week. Bixby and Jinx, and I went back and forth. There could be some other games at number one, but let's be honest. The state's largest classification, number one versus number two, it wouldn't be any service if we didn't have this as the number one game of the week. A lot of eyeballs will be on this ball game. Both teams are 3-0. Of course, this will go a long, long way in determining a district champion. Bixby, mentioned it earlier, 88-4 since 2018 as they go for 8th straight state championship.
You say 8?
It's just so dumb to say that out loud. Of those 4 losses since 2018, Jinx has won 2 of them. Yeah. Jinx has won 2 of them. Don King can break him down if you want to get a hold of him on Facebook. Carson Kirby, Bixby quarterback, 656 yards. Landon Kazar, the junior quarterback for Jinx, 691 yards. Both have thrown 8 touchdowns. Jason Mall, the Owasso transfer into Bixby, 217 rushing yards, 4 touchdowns. KD Jones, he decommitted from Oklahoma State with the Mike Gundy news, 537 yards, 10 touchdowns. He has some crazy, I got him right here for you guys, 4,490 career yards and 61 touchdowns. Owasso is a common opponent between these two teams. Bixby won 49-21, Jinx 31-21. Last year, Bixby won this game 21-7. Jinx leads the OR series 58-28 in 5 ties. If you want to buy a ticket to this game, if you want reserve seatings, $16.75. If you just want to get in the game, that will cost you $11.
You're up.
As far as I know.
You're up.
That's all the information I have. Bixby and Jinx. So I think when Bixby had a 58-game winning streak, although I had Jinx.
58 or 59?
58.
Okay.
Yeah, Jinx stopped that.
I know. Yeah. There's a clip of me throwing a fit to prove it.
That's right. And Bixby with that long win streak, I couldn't pull the trigger. I still had Bixby winning the game, although I was on the Jinx bandwagon. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I learned my lessons last week. How can you pick against Carl Alberts? How can you pick against Bixby?
You can't.
And so I think, Phil can. I think we might see that here in a second. But I really hope for Class 6A, I hope for 6A1 purposes that Jinx can keep this close.
Yes.
And if not, win the ball game.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
That is a huge part.
That would be great.
That would be big.
That would be so good.
So I think that Bixby's steamrolled through everybody. So that's my hope. I don't care who wins. I just want someone to play Bixby close.
Yeah, I mean, again, this kind of has the same feel, like you said a few years ago when these two teams played and Bixby's rolling and ESPN comes into town, national broadcast.
I forgot about that.
And Jinx goes in, just wham! Takes it to Bixby and beats them.
I told you it was possible, and I couldn't pull the trigger on it.
Yeah, you did. I remember watching that game in my hotel in Savannah, Georgia.
I only got 3 hours of sleep last night because of it.
But it just ain't happening. I can't pick against Bixby, and I don't think it's going to be close.
Oh, you don't think it's going to be close?
No, I don't. Unfortunately. I want it to be a really good game. I really do, because that makes playoffs time a little bit more interesting for 6A.
Phil, before you take 10 minutes to decide this game, last week we had Carl Albert head football coach Mike Dunn. You went against him. Tonight, we had Don King on the broadcast.
Ooh, you
Are you going to learn your lesson?
Can't go against Don.
Oh, by the way, real quick, Leslie, Grant, Kenny.
Just say everybody.
Tony Wilson.
Yeah. Just say everybody.
T. Fred Kelly. I want to get on the record just in case. Dallas.
Well, JD ain't even predicting this one.
I'll go with Bixby in this one. Oh, and so did Jared.
Now, this is a 3-loss Bixby team last year that won the state title. If I recall, I think they had 3 losses last year.
Bixby had 3 losses?
I believe that's right. Last year they lost to, was it Norman? Norman North?
Yeah, Norman. Week 10.
Yeah, they lost to. I'm pretty sure they had 3 losses last year when they won the state title. Pretty sure. We'll agree that Jinx has a ton of talent.
Absolutely.
Right? It's at
Jinx.
Jinx.
At Jinx.
I've seen that atmosphere over there.
We've been there.
Again, it's a great atmosphere.
It's a great atmosphere.
I've made some absolutely, according to Ronnie, idiotic picks already tonight, right?
Just one.
Just one?
Just one.
Well, what's one more? Give me Jinx.
Wow, Phil goes with Jinx, and I really don't have a rooting interest for anybody except for the town that I grew up in. They're not in the top 10. It's homecoming for the Blue Jays. I don't have a rooting interest in this one, but I wouldn't mind seeing Jinx win this ball.
Well, I'm doing this purely because someday I'm going to take that check over with a big Ryder truck.
To get the collection. You're positioning yourself.
I'm positioning myself for a wee bit of a discount on a couple items. That's all I'm looking for.
T. Fred lets us know that they lost 2 games last year.
2 games.
So it was close. That's a good memory there. So Tony Wilson.
He read you.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. I don't want to jeopardize that collection.
Tony reads players very well. Phil's a player. He's got a player-hating degree, PhD. Phil doesn't want to jeopardize that collection by the great Don King. So
the great Don King.
Again, and if anybody can go 10-0 this week in the toughest games of all time,
I think 7-3 would be a good week.
Oh my gosh!
I think 500's a good week.
I'm going for 500. I'm rooting for 500.
Give me 6-4.
Insane.
Give me 6-4 then.
We agree on 1, 2, 3. 3 games. All 3 of us agree on 3 games. So everybody can have their own publication, pick the easy games, not here on the High School Huddle. So it will be a fun week. And if I were you, I'd come back next week and so we can break all this down.
If you enjoy hanging out with us for 2.5 hours, please come back next week.
Please subscribe.
Yes. Good Lord.
Yeah. This is what happens when you have great games.
We got our highest crowd so far of the night. Keep it coming. Thank you.
Please ask your friends to subscribe. We really need the new follows on our new page. We went from several hundred, almost 1,000.
Husbands, get off the couch. Go just do what your wife's been yelling at you for the last couple hours, okay? Go to work.
Well, I will say this. Seriously, I've saw a few people comment about our interviews this year, and I agree with that. And that was Chris's idea. I think it's really brought a lot to the show. I love getting these guys, these perspectives from around the state. And most importantly, absolutely love getting all the input from the people that join us.
Oh, my goodness.
It's
yeah.
awesome. Love that.
I had no clue about the Mason Fine deal.
There's not a show like this anywhere.
No.
So good.
Those guys, thank you so much. I got to relook everything, but
it's just like the
well,
Mason
T. Fred
Fine
knows
thing.
that they lost 2 games. Bixby
Right,
lost,
or the Mason Fine thing. He's a Muskogee.
Yeah.
You know, we appreciate that so much. We don't care if we're wrong, but we don't want to stay wrong. If we say something wrong, tell us. Yeah. You know, except for the cash and ranking.
We have no egos. We have no egos here. Just tell us when we're wrong.
Absolutely.
Well, it's obvious I don't have an ego.
Well, of course not. Yeah, of course not.
All right, that will do it. Best of luck to your team this week. A lot of great games, and we invite everybody back here Wednesday night, 6 o'clock, and we're going to talk about those games. Imagine another great week like we had this week.
2-8.
This is the first.
Tell your friends.
First week of district play. Unbelievable. All right.
Good stuff.
And real quickly, we can talk to Don King and all of our guests for 2 hours, and I don't want to have them on for 10 minutes. We just can't get anything done in 10 minutes.
That's not correct.
It's not correct.
Yeah.
So. But anyway, thank you to everybody out there. We appreciate all the support and all your comments.
Go Duncan.
So, the Demons.
Come on, baby.
All right, that'll do it for Ronnie. Phil, I'm Chris. We'll talk to you next week here on the High School Huddle presented by Red River Roofing.